Fall is in the air, and that means the ducks will float at Ben's Mill. On Saturday, October 4th, help us celebrate our 22nd annual Ducky Derby. Gates will open at 10 a.m., and at 11, hundreds of adorable yellow ducks will race down the Stevens River, competing for donated prizes. Rent a duck for $5 and enjoy live tunes from Stephen Wright, food from Lady's Heart and Soul, and the golden charm of our restored water-powered mill. So join us at Ben's Mill on October 4th, and let's put the fun in fundraiser.
It is Friday, October 3rd. Horse Meadows Senior Center in North Haverhill is serving turkey burger, french fries, and carrots. All meals include bread, milk, coffee, and juice, along with salad bar. Turkey burger, french fries, and carrots, 11:30 to 12:30 today, Horse Meadows Senior Center in North Haverhill.
The West Barnett Senior Meal site will be closed Friday, October 3rd for the Barnett Fall Foliage Day.
And a good morning. We're 7 minutes after 6 here at your country, WYKR. A freezing cold morning again, hanging around 32 degrees, some areas in the mid and upper 20s, actually. As we prepare to check out the weekend weather, it's brought to you by Manchester Brook Materials, where they offer crushed stone and ledge products. We will rock you at Manchester Brook Materials in East Drygate and also at 596 Cross Road in Waterford. You can call Darcy at 802-633-4122. Do it today. Line up your projects.
Is part of your property too tough to mow, or do you need a new driveway, or must fix your old one? Ask Manchester Brook Materials for a quote today. Plus for topsoil, erosion stone, riprap, and stay mat. Plus crushed stone products from 3/4 inch plant mix up to 5 inches. Manchester Brook Materials will deliver or load it for you. 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. weekdays, 7 a.m. to 12 noon Saturdays, or by appointment. We will rock you with competitive pricing and estimates. Call 802-633-4122.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast for today: patchy valley fog early, then mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Winds becoming south to southwest around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, patchy valley fog, lows from the upper 30s to lower 40s, mid to upper 30s in the cold hollows. Saturday, mostly sunny after any early fog, highs from the mid 70s to around 80. I'm meteorologist Lawrence Hayes for WYKR.
Thank you, Lawrence. As we get to 9 minutes after 6, 32 is our temperature at Route 302 Broadcast Studios. Good morning to you. Updated look at the weather. First time around here in the morning, brought to you by Manchester Brook Materials. You can call Darcy at 802-633-4122. Manchester Brook Materials has 2 convenient locations at 596 Cross Road, Waterford, at Route 5 Northeast Drygate. Again, 802-633-4122. Let's find out how the Red Sox did last night.
Red Sox season, it's over. Yankees 4, Red Sox nothing at all. Yankees advanced to the second round. Key to the Red Sox loss, Yankees pitcher Cam Slittler. 12 strikeouts. Alex Cora.
We needed to be perfect tonight because he was perfect. The stuff is outstanding. He was under control. That was electric. You know, we're not a perfect team. We are a good team that needs to keep improving. I truly believe we're going to keep getting better.
Alex Cora. Sox only had 5 base hits. Never had a base runner reach third base. Alex Bregman.
Our team got better and better every step of the way. And the future's bright. Obviously, this sucks right now. This is brutal. We envision winning tonight and making a deep run.
By the way, winning pitcher Slittler, he's local. Walpole, Mass High School and Northeastern University. Follow me, Tom Cuddy Sports.
Friday night at the dance. That's what country sounds like.
Third day of October 2025. Good morning, Stephen, John, and friends. We take it at 9 o'clock this morning. We have a lot of guests that we'll be chatting with between now and then. Hope you can be with us during the duration. And our weather forecast is looking pretty good for the fall paddle the border. They go from the Newbury boat launch there, Newbury Crossing, of course, and they go down to right behind the Bradford Academy, next to the golf course, Bugby Landing. And that's like a 3.5-hour ride, at least, down the Connecticut River. That's happening this Sunday. All right, we'll be taking a break here, looking at the weather forecast, and then a conversation that Joshua Smith had recently with April from Trendy Times. That's coming right up.
So where's the big deal?
Holy schmoly, it's Matt Lecire from the Autosaver Group, St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Drive into Fall sales event is happening right now in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, and it's time to take on every road in legendary Jeep style. Only at St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in St. Johnsbury, Vermont is where you can lease a brand new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $449 per month for 36 months with zero down. That's right, zero money down, just pure adventure ahead in one of the most capable, comfortable SUVs on the market. Whether you're commuting through the Northeast Kingdom or escaping to the mountains, the Grand Cherokee delivers power, technology, and luxury that stands out. But don't wait, deals like this won't last long and inventory is moving fast. Come see us at St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located on Memorial Drive in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, just past the railroad tracks, or online at stjohnsburycdjr.com. St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where Vermont comes to drive.
Stock number SJJ 25109. Leases for 10,000 miles per year, 30,000 total miles, 30 cents per mile over. Tax title registration extra. Must have current Stellantis print lease or non-Stellantis print vehicle registered in household to qualify. First payment due at signing.
It is about that time when we get to talk to April from the Trendy Times.
Hi, how are you, Josh?
Good. How's April doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
Fantastic. All
fantastic.
Right. All right. So everybody knows by now, those that are listening, that this is always pre-recorded. There is no way April will get up at and be here at 6 a.m.
It could happen.
You think so?
If you had actual coffee for me,
right,
ready and waiting for me,
right. So I'm looking at the schedule right now. This is for everybody. This is the day before we're recording this. This is a pre. It says it says Trendy Times 6:10 in the morning. Hey, do you really think you would be here at 6:10 in the morning?
Yes.
Really?
I could.
You could.
Hey, I've been talking to you about getting our own show, so I mean, come on.
All right, so you're here to talk about the Trendy Times.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
And it's chucker block full.
Oh, it is chucker block full.
Yeah. Okay. So what?
As I'm rolling my eyes, we actually have quite a bit going on.
Yeah. So talk to it. So what can people expect in next week's Trendy Times?
Okay. Well, the Osher's Lifelong Learning Institute fall programs in October. It's going to be on Thursday, the 16th and the 23rd. And that's in St. Johnsbury, I believe.
Okay.
And then we do have somebody that's having a yard sale that's going to be in there.
Okay, good. And it's just near the end of season. It's the yard sale season. It's like, if someone's having a yard sale this time of year, it's going to be some really good stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I found treasures
right.
of things. Then we have the Littleton Bluegrass Jam at the Topic of the Town restaurant in Littleton, the second and third Sundays from 2 to 5. So that's going to be October 12th and 19th.
Okay.
And then Woodsville High School, obviously, we have a few going-ons there.
Yeah.
As always. And then Saturday, October 11th, noon to 4, the Lisbon Area Historical Society Museum's open house for their new level. So that would be interesting to go see. And then again, in October, St. Johnsbury Players Amateurs by Tom Griffin.
Okay.
So that would be good.
Right.
Go to.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier about the schools. It's like the schools. It's like a diesel engine, and it slowly builds up, and then boom, it's just
chucker block full.
Chucker block full.
Your
full
favorite
throttle.
word,
Yes.
chucker block.
Full throttle all the way up until May.
Yep,
and then it just
starts dwindling down.
So we're going to be seeing all kinds of stuff from our local schools.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love hearing what the schools are doing.
Right.
And what the kids are doing.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's really important. What our children are doing, because there's a lot of bad stuff out there, and ugh.
Yeah.
But Old Church Theater is going to try something new this year. They have chosen 3 old-time radio shows: a Western, a suspense/mystery, and a comedy. And they're looking for actors ages 15 and up. And they're looking for like 6 to 7 people.
Right. And then
Josh, you should do that.
So, yeah. So the thing about the radio programs, for everyone listening here, go to the auditions. You don't have to memorize lines for the radio play ones are doing, because you're reading the scripts and they're making it like the old time radio shows where they're going to be in front of the mic, reading the lines, acting out the lines.
So I could do that.
Yes. See?
Oh, that would be so much fun.
April, you are great at reading. You should do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm great at reading.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. We've got new faces at the New Hampshire Music Festival.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. There's a press release on that. October 5th through the 11th is National 4-H Week. And the Fall Festival Willing Workers is having their annual Fall Festival, obviously, in Sugar Hill, October 11th.
All right.
I've always wanted to go to that, and I just haven't ever made it.
Right.
I think I should make it.
Right.
Maggie's article is going to be named The Only One.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old Time Music Jam, third Saturdays in October through May in Danville.
All right.
So, I mean, it's a haul, but, who doesn't want...
Danville's smack dab in the middle of our listening area. So,
Yep.
yeah, our friends in Danville listen. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
October 17th, we have the International Jazz Guitar Sensation at the Court Street Arts. Also on the 10th, we have Rough and Tumble. It's a folk Americana duo.
Right. Yeah.
And I've heard they're really, really good, actually. And then we have the BMU Trunk or Treat that's coming up. And then the Weather Vane Theater, as always, has the producers playing on October 8th through the 12th.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Wow, it's exciting stuff. You know, if the Trendy Times has got all the arts and entertainment right there.
Oh, of course we do.
Yeah, see?
Just go to your local store and you'll get it. Trendy Times.
Everywhere people can hear us, you can find the Trendy Times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Except Germany. We have listeners in Germany.
Okay, then no.
We got listeners in Oregon. You can,
Huh.
They can read it online.
They can read it online
there
if
it
I
is.
get it to Paul in time.
Yeah.
Which has been lacking.
Perfect, April. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
I hope everyone has a great next 2 weeks, and I'll be back in 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you so much, April.
Thank you, Josh.
About 24 minutes after 6. Taking a look at the weather forecast now. Compliments of your friends at Wells River Chevrolet, which is part of the Autosaver Group. And that is a really big deal, as in the Autosaver Group's Big Deal Plus that comes at no charge with the purchase or lease of every new or used vehicle. Where we sit at 32, some areas are mid to upper 20s here in the listening area. So there you have it. We'll have more details on the weather in just over an hour, shortly after 7:30, chatting with Mark Breen at the Fairbanks Museum. And there you have it, the updated morning drive weather from the Fairbanks Museum, brought to you by Wells River Chevrolet, which is part of the Autosaver Group. And that's a really big deal. Same great people, same great experience, and the Big Deal Plus on the web at wellsriverchevy.com. And at about 7:45 this morning, we'll be chatting with Ted Cooper from Wells River Chevrolet. Stapleton, their latest, at 32 minutes after 6, Friday morning, Stephen, John, and friends. Hey, a reminder, it's Vermont's Northeast Kingdom annual Fall Foliage Festival. Started last Saturday on the 27th in Cabot, and it's been moving through the listening area. It's going to be in Barnet today, Friday, October 3rd, and then wrapping up with huge festivities in Groton tomorrow on Saturday, October 4th. Get out there and check it all out. Beautiful fall foliage. More on that coming up in an hour or so. We'll be chatting with Mark Breen and the updated forecast for the listening area just a couple of minutes away.
Hi, I'm Brian George, Junior Commercial Loan Officer at Wells River Savings. What makes a good bank? For some, it's convenience. For others, it's trust. At Wells River Savings Bank, you don't have to choose. For over 130 years, we've been right here in your community. Neighbors helping neighbors, offering the financial tools you need, paired with the personal service you deserve. Whether it's buying your first home, growing your business, or planning for the future, our local experts are ready to guide you every step of the way. We may be your small town bank, but we bring the knowledge and experience of a big bank, delivered with a friendly smile you know and trust. Wells River Savings Bank, where community comes first and financial success follows. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wells River Savings Bank, your good neighbor bank. It's good to know your neighbors.
Hi, it's Chelsea from Wise, and this is our 10th year producing Wise Words. Today, Emma, a sophomore from Hartford High School, is sharing Wise Words.
Relationships and sexual violence is a topic that many of us don't want to think or talk about. It makes us uncomfortable, and rightfully so. But if we don't talk about it, we can't stop it, and it doesn't make it easy for the survivors. When people can't talk about their experiences, they feel alone and can't get the support they need. Often, when we know someone has been hurt, we want to help, but we aren't sure what to do. We may be afraid we'll say or do the wrong thing and make it worse. There are simple things we can do to show our support. We can listen without judging, we can believe them, we can tell them they didn't deserve it and it wasn't their fault. We can ask them how we can help. What are some ways you can show your support?
These Wise Words are supported by the Hypertherm Hope Foundation, a proud sponsor of Wise and our goal to end violence, share hope, and change lives.
At 6:35, this weather is sponsored by St. Johnsbury Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, which is part of the Autosaver Group, where every deal comes with a Big Deal Plus, a 2-year unlimited schedule maintenance plan, which includes free state inspections for life.
So where's the big deal? Holy shmoly, it's Matt LeCuyer at the Autosaver Group, St. Johnsbury Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The Drive into Fall sales event is happening right now in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, and we're dropping prices like never before. All 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Bighorn models are jaw-dropping 20% off MSRP. That's up to $16,392 off on these trucks. Check out this deal. Lease a 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab for just $499 per month for 42 months with zero down. No games, no gimmicks, just real savings on real trucks. But hurry, with deals this hot, they won't last long. Come see us at St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located on Memorial Drive in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, just past the railroad tracks, or online at stjohnsburycdjr.com. St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where Vermont comes to drive.
Stock number SJR 25185. Leases for 10,000 miles per year, 35,000 total miles, 30 cents per mile over. Tax title registration extra. Must have Stellantis brand lease or non-Stellantis brand vehicle registered in household to qualify. First payment due at signing. MSRP is a price set by the manufacturer and does not necessarily reflect the price paid by consumers.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast for today: patchy valley fog early, then mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Winds becoming south to southwest around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, patchy valley fog, lows from the upper 30s to lower 40s, mid to upper 30s in the cold hollows. Saturday, mostly sunny after any early fog, highs from the mid 70s to around 80. I'm meteorologist Lawrence Hayes for WYKR.
Thank you. We'll take that weekend weather forecast. More details coming up as we update you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Compliments of our many sponsors and our meteorologist. Meanwhile, this weather, sponsored by St. Johnsbury Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, a part of the Autosaver Group. St. Johnsbury, CDJR.com at 200 Memorial Drive in
Chief Crushing and Excavation, with plenty of products available that can be delivered to you from one of their many nearby Vermont or New Hampshire locations. Products available include sand for septic systems, crushed gravel, topsoil, clay fill, stay mat, ledge, and specialty items such as blue ledge and gravel. Excavation and land clearing services are also available. Chief Crushing and Excavation is fully insured and has the knowledge, know-how, and equipment to get the job done right for you. For quarry operating hours, pricing, and directions, call Chief Crushing and Excavation at 802-584-3868.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast for today: patchy valley fog early, then mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Winds becoming south to southwest around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, patchy valley fog, lows from the upper 30s to lower 40s, mid to upper 30s in the cold hollows. Saturday, mostly sunny after any early fog, highs from the mid 70s to around 80. I'm meteorologist Lawrence Hayes for WYKR.
6:43 or 32 degrees, expecting to see maybe 72 or 3 degrees today. We'll find out. Anyway, decent weekend of weather coming up. The weather this time around brought to you by Chief Crushing and Excavation. They line up your projects right now as we speak, or into 2026 it would be, wouldn't it? Or 2025, yeah. 802-584-3868. That's 584-3868. Talk with Chief. Line up your projects. 6:43, getting set. Check out the Bear Ridge Speedway Race Report.
Hi,
Hi, this is Grace from the Autosaver Group's Wells River Chevrolet. Chevy has some really great vehicles like the sporty and affordable Trax, Trailblazer, and Equinox. We have the third row Traverse, the Tahoe, and of course the Chevy Silverado. Wells River Chevy. We also have the all-electric Blazer, Equinox, and Silverado EVs. We have something for everyone, and they all come with a big deal plus. Stop by or shop online anytime at wellsriverchevy.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, here we go. We get set to find out what is happening at Bear Ridge Speedway as the season is almost over. Right, kids?
Getting closer every minute.
Man, hopefully you guys will have the good weekend next weekend like this weekend.
I just looked. It's right now, 10 days out. Looks like it's supposed to be in the 60s. So
Okay. That's fall, right?
That's not bad.
No. Okay, we'll take it.
Sell the rest of the sweatshirts.
It's the 9th annual Fun Day Sunday. You guys have grown this over the years. It's a pretty big deal now. Wouldn't you agree? Well, yeah.
Oh, no question about it. No question about it.
All right. So, they're speechless, ladies and gentlemen. They're speechless.
I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning.
We missed you last week, by the way.
I didn't miss you.
I'm turning her mic off.
Yeah, it's whatever. You know.
I was with a very dear friend of mine in Maine who had
Yeah.
to move up there to be with her,
Yeah.
live with her son. She turned 90, and so I went up and spent the night so I could spend some time with her. So
That's good.
Yeah, I needed to go up.
Good for
so
you.
I had to wait till racing was wound down enough to get up there. So
Good for you.
yeah. So I honestly was asleep when you guys were on the air.
So before we talk more about Fun Day Sunday,
She could have got up and listened to us on
we're streaming.
our streaming. That's right.
Streaming. Find out Butch is towing the mark, and I'm towing the mark, as if that
I'm
matters
sure
to
you.
you.
I'm sure you guys were fine.
We were. We had a good time.
Didn't even know I wasn't there.
All right, so let's find out what's happening at Fun Day Sunday. A week from this Sunday, it's going to be on Sunday the 12th at 1
Sunday,
p.m.
October 12th.
Columbus Day weekend, I believe.
Yes, it is.
You know, they'll be rolling us right into the middle of the month all of a sudden.
Yeesh.
Man,
Yeesh.
Doesn't take long for those days to go by anymore, does it?
Doesn't.
Next thing, halfway through the month, and all of a sudden, heck, we're starting a new month tomorrow or something like that. You know,
do you really? You know what today is?
Today.
49 years ago today, we signed on the radio station.
Really?
49 years ago.
1976.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just a youngster.
Wow.
I'm pretty young then.
Wow.
Yeah. 49 years ago today.
You figure you're going to stay here another year?
As long as he wants to continue to pay me.
It's hard to. You look at those big numbers that are coming up. Can you make it? Can you make it?
Well, you know, a lot of businesses have turned over in the last few years. You know, if you have family members like this was built, you know, by family members.
Yep. Nobody
you know,
left.
Nobody coming along that wants to. You move on and.
It's like farming and. Yep.
Right.
There's nobody there that wants to do it. So, oh.
Well, as you know, family-owned and operated business is not easy because that's what you guys are. And
No.
you do all the heavy lifting from the toilet paper to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
From A to Z.
It's true.
It's all part of, it's all part of what you do. It's same here, you know.
And you guys are celebrating 58 years, just wrapping it up now.
Next year will be 59.
So you're, 10 years older than us, almost.
Almost. But you're still here. We're still here.
I am not 10 years older than you. I can guarantee you that.
And
He might be, but I'm not.
things are
He's
going.
not either.
Things are keeping moving on. That's all we can do. You know.
Yeah. As long as you're having a good time doing it,
Yep. 100% true.
My father always used to say, you always have to have something to look forward to.
October 13th.
Honesty's the best policy.
sorry.
There you go. Well, it's a long season. It's a half a year plus. I mean, that's just the racing part of it. Say nothing about what happens to get prepared and then put the racetrack to bed for the year.
Yeah.
And
Man.
April's been working on her stuff for the banquet. You know, and
true.
that's you know.
Never stops.
Yeah, we went 5, 6 years ago. I was amazed at what a show you guys put on. You do a great job.
Well, maybe you should come back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to business here. Find out
I
what's
thought
happening.
that was business.
I know. In a more serious matter. So a week from this Sunday, it's Sunday the 12th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 9th annual Fun Day Sunday. So what you guys get up your sleeve? What's going on?
We got 150 lap enduro plus
Points race. It's their final points race.
their final point race also. That's right. And we have man-woman race, which is a WYKR man-woman race.
What do they do?
Which you invented.
So you and your wife should come do it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Husband and wife team,
We
man
have a
and
car
woman.
you could use.
It'll be fun.
Fun. I can't say non-racers, but at least one of them in the car has to be a non-racer. Kind of do it right.
I see.
And then they start the race, however they start the race, whether he starts it, she starts it, doesn't make any difference.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the green, 10 laps, red flag comes out. Everybody stops. Everybody has to reverse. The driver has to go to the passenger side. The passenger has to go to the driver's side.
All right.
And then once everybody's in line, we drop the green again. And they'll race from where they are to whoever gets to the start finish line first at the end of 20 laps, and the other winner.
Neat. That's neat.
It is. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
We also have a ladies race, which will be 10, 15 laps, depends on how many ladies we get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Demolition Derby Day. 4-cylinder Demolition Derby, V8 Demolition Derby. And I was just informed yesterday that there will be an enhanced 4-cylinder Demolition Derby.
What does that mean?
Something about the rules, whatever. You can run something different for a car in this other division or whatever. And some of the guys said, well, you know, you don't have one for us. So Dean Switzer is heading this up. Of course, he's heads it up to the Caledonia County Fair. And I talked to Dean yesterday. He said something about it. So he said, I think we ought to do it. I says,
So they
well,
bring
all
in
right.
50 cars?
If they bring in 50 cars, what a day.
Yeah, it'll be
And it's a winner take.
winner take all.
It's a winner take all.
So, I mean, obviously 4 and 8-cylinder. What's the difference, though, in Demolition Derby?
4 cylinders, is, you know, they're not big cars.
Right.
But
Usually.
the old V8s, you know, you got some old Chrysler Newports and
They
big
still
Chevys.
find them?
There's a few still kicking around.
Really?
They got bigger trunk area.
That's true.
You know, the old Ford or Mercuries or, you know, the big old cars. And, oh, yeah, those guys like that.
Okay.
They'll take off. They'll go somewhere. They'll go to Pennsylvania. They'll go, if they can find one somewhere that they like, they'll go get it. And they know which cars work the best for the Demolition Derbies.
No kidding.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Huh.
And
I guess.
you know, most of them you'll see them with the exhaust pipes will be up through the hood because they don't want them underneath because they don't want them crushed. Well, you know, you got to keep the car running. The car's got to run for the whole Demolition Derby back and forth. Some of those cars pretty rough when they get done, but
So
still
what-
moving.
They take them and they use them again.
Yeah.
What's for safety's sake for the driver? What do they have to have? Helmet? Can't do side driver impact? Is that one of
It's
the
not
rules?
supposed to. No.
Okay.
If they catch you doing it, you know, they'll red flag it, take you out. You're done.
Okay. So there's...
Most of those guys run against each other quite a lot anyway. So that most of the guys know, you know, what's going on. They know how far they can get.
I think one of the things they've done, which I personally don't like, because it's to me it's, but they've made like a pit, they've like a cement box.
Stay within it?
So you can't really, like in the old days, you could go from one end of the racetrack to the other end of the racetrack backwards and just be full bore. So I think they've, in a way, cut down the speed. So there's, while the impact can still be bad, I don't think it's quite as bad because they can't really get, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels that way to me.
Well, no, I mean, you cut down the speed, they can't hit quite so hard.
Okay.
You know, you might not find your teeth in the steering wheel or which can happen.
Yeah, people like the demolition derby though. They have it. Obviously
They love the enduro
they're
too.
still doing it.
Yeah, it's most of your fairs still have one somewhere
That's
along
right.
the way.
That's right.
It's good. And then the coup's coming. 1,000 to win. Good money to start. Couple of special bonuses throughout the field. No points. This is just a fun race.
Mm-hmm.
Try something on you. Try something different. Whatever. It's not going to be a straight 50 lapper. It's going to be like a 30 lapper, then a 20 to finish, and invert the field. Oh yeah, there's special with time trials they go time trial to get what they would call their start position, and then there's going to be a redraw.
Okay.
And the redraw is going to be fun. We're going to have our announcers down there and on the main straightaway. So, yeah, and I'm not going to say more about it until that day because it's going to be fun.
So with this beginning at 1, what are you talking? 4 hours?
Hopefully that's it.
By 5:30 we should be done.
Well, it's starting to get dark
Oh,
and
exactly.
cold.
Yeah.
So
you'll have plenty of food, plenty of clothing. People a little chilly.
And we'll hustle it right along.
Okay, good. So that's a week from this Sunday on the 12th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, $15 across the board for everybody.
Yep.
All
To
right.
get in the grandstands.
Yeah. Do you have something that you wanted to say?
Extra get in the pits. Sure. We got a couple of minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, we got a couple.
Okay. Sable & Sons, Dirt Car Sportsman Modifieds. Points, top 10. Jason Gray, Max Dolliver, Robert Tucker, Todd Buchwald, Ashton Pearson, top 5. Jeremy Huntoon, Melvin Pearson, Jeff Huntington, Thomas Placey, Mike Ryan, rounded out to top 10.
Okay.
In the Wells River Chevrolet Dirt Car Sportsman Coupes, Michael Danforth picked up the win. Overall championship over Terry Williams, Cooper Hodge, Jason Horniak, and Lucas Wheeler, your top 5. Alexander Pushy, Earl Maxim, the ageless one, Bob Shepard, Alexis Pushy, and Cody Gregonopolis rounded out the top 10 there. And the Dad's 4x Tool and Supply. Sportsman Modifieds Limited. A tie for first place. Travis Shin and Brian King wound up with the same number of points after everything was all over for the year. So we're not going to break that tie for any good unknown reason. In third, which would actually be second, but that's all right, Sean King, Damon Jellison, Wayne Stearns, Dustin Toll, Josh Morgan, Keegan Tabor, Jamie Ferlin, and Jalen Pearson. Rounded out your top 10 in that. In the Extreme Dirt Car DMA Midgets, Chris Murray picked up the win by 4 points over Will Hall, Brandon Piasca, Daniel Piasca, and John Falarno, your top 5 there. In your High Country Dispensaries late models, Kelly Miller Sr. picked up the championship over Scott Heath, Timmy Higgins, Chad McAlpine, and Ryan Christian in your top 5 in that. In the La Valley Building Supplies Dirt Stalkers, Tyler Fellows, your champion by 3 points over John Fields, Matt Pike, Keith Manser, and Mike McClay, your top 5. Travis King, Tim Blake, Jordan Robinson, John Porter, and Dana Carter rounded out the top 10. And in the Woodsville Power Equipment Ridge Runners, Zach Audette picked up the win over Kevin LaForest, Katie Burrows, Tim Davis, Nathan Sargent, your top 5. Lucas Balch, Ryan Sayers, Matt Lucas, Terry Flint, and Kyle Morris.
you have the
rounded out
enduro
top 10.
top 5 going into the Sunday event too, but plus the sprint cars. But
In the Sprint Cars of New England, Caden Hebert, young fella, second year in a row he's won the championship of Bear Ridge Speedway over Matt Tanner, Jake Williams, Troy Como, Will Hall, your top 5, with Matt Hoyt, Caden Barry, Travis Billington, Tyler Chartrand, and Floyd Billington, your top 10. And in the Joe Mama's Sporting Goods 4-cylinder Enduro, current point standings as they stand, Justin Fayford, your leader, 328 points. Tim Colby, 304. Chris Mooney, 300. Trevor Hess, 296. Kerry Hunter, 5th, 294. So those points are pretty tight down there from 2nd to 5th. Scott Dowland, 6th, 290. Justin Miller, 282. And it drops off from there. But
we do the top 5 at the banquet for them.
It could be an interesting day. And is that regular points or is that a double points?
Double points. They get 100 points to win, so it could, yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting fun day.
It's going to be an exciting fun day.
Yeah. Nobody's got that one wrapped up
so
at
you
all.
guys will be in next Friday. We'll be heading into the weekend promoting the fun day.
Promoting the fun day.
Okay.
I might be busy working.
All right, and then you'll be in the next week to wrap things up. That'll be it. Compliments of our friends at Wells River Chevrolet.
Part of the Auto Saver Group.
Enjoy the weekend.
Them very, very much.
You taking the weekend off? Kind of? Okay.
We're going south.
All right. We'll see you next Friday, okay?
We'll be here.
All right. We're taking a look at the weather forecast. Compliments of your friends at Farmway right there in Bradford. They are online at vermontgear.com. Check it out. Shop locally in Bradford at Farmway. The store is a cultural experience in these days of box stores and bustling malls. You will find the rhythm of Vermont life. Farmway is a down-to-earth sort of place run by 3 generations of family and a dedicated staff who make up the Farmway family. They pride themselves in offering top-quality brands of footwear, clothing, camping, and hunting gear, furniture, and gifts. Their products are as diverse as lifestyles and needs. Shop locally in Bradford at Farmway.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast for today, patchy valley fog early, then mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Winds becoming south to southwest around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, patchy valley fog, lows from the upper 30s to lower 40s, mid to upper 30s in the cold hollows. Saturday, mostly sunny after any early fog, highs from the mid 70s to around 80. I'm meteorologist Lawrence Hayes for WYKR.
And for Farmway right there in Bradford, be sure to stop in, check them out. They're also online at vermontgear.com. Open a little bit later tonight, being Friday, until 8 p.m. for your shopping convenience. Glad you could be here listening to your country. WYKR Haverhill, WTWN Wells River, W286DE Wells River at 105.1 FM. It's time for the news at 7 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Sean Diddy Combs is scheduled to be sentenced this morning, and he's already asked the judge for mercy. The rap mogul sent a letter to the court claiming he's been humbled by the case and promises he'll never commit a crime again. Correspondent Jared Hill is in New York.
In July, a jury found Combs guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, linked to 2 ex-girlfriends, Cassandra Ventura and another woman who testified as Jane. Combs was acquitted on the major charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, avoiding the possibility of life in prison.
Prosecutors are asking for at least 11 years. Breaking news from the UK.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. It now appears that one of the 2 people killed and one of the 3 wounded in yesterday's synagogue attack were shot by police in what Scotland Yard is calling a tragic accident. It's believed the 2 were standing just behind the synagogue door when police opened fire on the attacker, who was himself only armed with a knife. The family of Syrian-born Jihad al-Shami has just issued a statement expressing horror at his deed and grief for the families affected.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his wife, who's Jewish, visited the attack site today. President Trump is raising the stakes for the government shutdown, threatening mass firings as soon as today. CBS's Tina Kraus.
Today, the U.S. Senate is set to hold another round of votes, now 3 days into a shutdown stalemate. Republicans insist the only way forward is to pass the House's short-term spending bill. But Democrats won't drop their demands that the bill include federal health care subsidies and protections for Medicaid.
The shutdown means there will be no monthly jobs report released this morning. Correspondent Michael Wallace.
Economists and investors have to look elsewhere for jobs data since the Bureau of Labor Statistics isn't releasing the official government report. They're looking at this week's numbers from the payroll processor ADP, which said the private sector lost 32,000 jobs in September, and Revelio Labs, which estimates the U.S. added 60,000 jobs last month. Some economists are also factoring the number of job openings posted on Indeed.
Frosty morning here in the listening area. Let's see what it meant at Four Corners Farm in South Newbury. What's it like for you guys, Charlie?
Good morning. It's going great. After multiple years of or decades now of understanding Vermont falls and
right.
having the right materials around to be able to prepare for them. So I think between the lettuce and the strawberries, we have a little under 4 acres underneath the row cover, again, keeping it protected from these colder mornings that we've had. It's kind of surprising this year because the last 2 falls we haven't really had any frost until later part of October. But I do remember years before, definitely it gets colder gradually, and you definitely should expect frost. So I think this is going to be more of a normal year in an abnormal time we have. So,
So what did the frost get to anyway?
So we lost. We didn't lose much, but we lost a little bit of sweet corn last week. Most everything else we've covered, and most everything can handle it. So all of our brassicas, our broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, all those, the kale, the Brussels sprouts, those are all cold hardy crops. So it would have to get really cold, probably low 20s for those to really get damaged. So those can handle a light to moderate frost. So the strawberries, we have them underneath the we put them under row covers about a couple weeks ago when we had that first frost back in the end of September, middle to the end of September there. So it's and that will give us 4 degrees. So if it's a strawberry blossom, can take it to 30 degrees, and strawberry fruit can take it to 28. But we don't want to risk. It's less of the frost damage and more of just trying to keep the berries warm, so that way they'll ripen a little faster, and we don't have to go. It's really want 3 days of ripening. If you get the colder weather, and it starts taking 4 or 5 days for that berry to ripen, from an orange berry to a red berry, it still tastes great, but it's got a little off put to it. So if we could put the row covers on and speed up the ripening, a 3-day ripen on a fall strawberry is really good. So excited about that, and also excited that as I said, I wasn't here last week, and it was nice to have my dad step in and talk. But I was actually out in Moab, Utah, and that's where I was a couple days ago, and it was 90 degrees. So I'm happy I'm going to bring all that warm weather that I was experiencing out in the high desert here, so we can have one little gas this summer.
Exactly, yeah. So what's it mean in the next few weeks for you guys, and also for the people that shop at Four Corners Farm?
Yeah, so it's we still have plenty of crops available in the farm stand. The farm stand is still quite full. Hopefully, what something that people are going to help us out is definitely trying to eat some salads over this next couple weeks, because that's one of the remaining fields is our lettuce field. So we can't start picking up the lettuce field, and that's the white and black strips that are down just past the farm on the right hand side when you're going to Newbury. So it's So if we can get the lettuce field cleaned up, then we can get that. That's one less field we have to worry about via cold weather. Same thing, the broccoli, cauliflower. I mean, we still have plenty of broccoli, cauliflower available. So I think we're going to even do it this weekend. So it's another. We always talk about processing. This would definitely be the weekend to put your brassicas and your broccoli, cauliflower in your freezer for the winter. You do have to blanch it. So it's we usually break it down to individual or two spears or 2 heads of broccoli, and then blanch it pretty much. I think it's 3 minutes. So get your water to a rolling boil, put your broccoli in 3 minutes, pull it out, put it into an ice bath in the sink, and then put it into bags and put it in the freezer, and you'll have broccoli to eat all winter long.
Okay. Now, besides the fruits and vegetables that you have there, what about on the stand in regards to like honey and your milk and cheese and meats and that stuff?
Yes, I believe we're pulling honey off this week, so we should have fresh honey available in the farm stand. Along with we have the processor has been really good this year. I just had some of the raspberry jam, so we also have raspberry pie filling along with strawberry jam. So all the jam flavors you'd want. Pickled beets. We have cucumbers, a bunch of other really good stuff available, along with the milks and cheese. And I think we still have some Jersey beef available. So that's we only had a couple animals to send this year. So it's when it's here, you better get it, because otherwise the beef will go quickly.
That's right. And the farm stand hours are what now, Charlie?
So now that we got a little colder, and man, it was, just a month ago, we were talking, when I woke up at 6 to get ready for this conversation, we were in the sunlight, and then I swear I would have slept through it this morning. It was still so dark. Yeah. But, it's, as we don't, it's hard for us to keep lights on in the farm stands kind of after 6. So for our fall hours, we're 9 to 5 now. We'll be 9 to 5 for the rest of October, and then if we still have stuff available in November, we'll be a little shorter, but 9 to 5 every day for the rest of October.
Good. All right. Things are good at Four Corners Farm, South Newbury. Charlie, make it a great weekend. The weather's looking pretty good, and it's looking pretty good, I guess, for next weekend, too, if you look at the extended.
Yeah,
so
I know,
we'll
and I was just thinking this morning, we're now in our, we've been doing this every Friday since May, and we're now in our last, we're in our last sort of month of every week, and then we'll go every month. So I will really enjoy talking with you guys, and we'll make the best out of these next 5 conversations we have.
Likewise. All right, Charlie, enjoy the weekend, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie Gray for his family, Four Corners Farm right there in South Newbury, the Gray family at 10 minutes after 7. We'll do it again next Friday. Thanks, Charlie. All right, I'm Stephen John, along with our many guests. Up next, a conversation ahead with Tracy Puffer, Riverbank Career Technical Center. But first, we're going to take a look at the weekend weather, updated from the Fairbanks Museum and brought to you this time around by Crosstown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and Littleton, home of the big deal. Crosstown wants to buy your vehicle. Demand for used vehicles is at an all-time high, while supply is at an all-time low. What does that mean for you? Your vehicle could be worth thousands more than what you owe or what you own it for. Find out now with their easy appraisal process and get a cash offer today. If you want to get out of your lease early, let them show you how easy it can be and possibly leave with cash in hand. Crosstown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat is also by your side whenever you need any car service and repair work done in Littleton.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the cool spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
And for Crosstown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Littleton, home of the big deal. You're now up to date on the weather. We still sit at 35 under some clouds. We can see to our west here, but just a little trace of a breeze out there. A couple of things happening here in the listening area. I'm reminding you again, it's Vermont's Northeast Kingdom Annual Fall Foliage Festival. It started last Saturday on the 27th. It's happening today in Barnet, Friday, October 3rd. It wraps up tomorrow with a huge day of events in Groton on Saturday, October 4th. Some of the things happening in the listening area. And then you head to Sunday, it's Paddle the Waterfall, and they go from the Newbury Crossing all the way down to Bugby Landing, which is next to the golf course behind the Bradford Academy. It's like a 3.5-hour cruise on the Connecticut River, and the weather's looking pretty good for that as well. Glad you could be with us this morning. A busy hour, as we said, chatted with Tracy Puffer at Riverbank Career and Technical Center yesterday. We'll be listening to that conversation. Earlier this week, I chatted with Bob Yaroshevich from Wild Vermont Customs. That conversation's coming up. Don't forget birthdays and anniversaries at 7:30, and come out of that chatting with the Fairbanks Museum and Planetarium. And then Ted Cooper, he checks in as he does every couple of weeks from the showroom floor at Wells River Chevrolet. That's how the next 45 to 50 minutes are going right here at your country, WYKR. Good morning.
So where's the big deal?
Holy shamoly, it's Matt LeCuyer at the Auto Saver Group, St. Johnsbury, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The Drive into Fall sales event is happening right now in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, and we're dropping prices like never before. All 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Bighorn models are jaw-dropping 20% off MSRP. That's up to $16,392 off on these trucks. Check out this deal. Lease a 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab for just $499 per month for 42 months with zero down. No games, no gimmicks, just real savings on real trucks. But hurry, with deals this hot, they won't last long. Come see us at St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located on Memorial Drive in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, just past the railroad tracks, or online at stjohnsburycdjr.com. St. Johnsbury Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where Vermont comes to drive.
Stock number SJR 25185. Leases for 10,000 miles per year, 35,000 total miles, 30 cents per mile over. Tax title registration extra. Must have Stellantis brand lease or non-Stellantis brand vehicle registered in household to qualify. First payment due at signing. MSRP is a price set by the manufacturer and does not necessarily reflect the price paid by consumers.
We take a few minutes every couple of weeks, especially during the school year, to chat with the Riverbank Career and Technical Center in Bradford. We chat with the teachers, the instructors, and even sometimes some of the student body. This time it's Tracy Puffer. She's been there a while, and she's been in the teaching field a long, long time. She's the assistant director and also in charge of adult education. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. All right. So before we get into the meat of the matter here, let's just find out how the school year is going. We're a couple of months into it, Tracy.
It's been going really well. It's great to work at a place where students really want to be here and enjoy their time here. Our only worry was we have a cell phone ban in our building now because that's going to become law in the state of Vermont for next year. And I know it's already law in New Hampshire and has not been a problem. Students seem to completely understand why they can't have their phones, and the number of students that are just talking to one another because they don't have their face in a phone has been wonderful.
That's good. Kind of take a break from it, kind of a reset.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for you guys. You'll handle it well, I'm sure. All right, let's talk about adult education. In the introduction, you're the assistant director and in charge of adult ed, so what's happening there?
So we have a bunch of courses coming up this fall. Some of our tried and true. We have some beginner welding classes. We have our basic car maintenance class for women class. And we are adding an introduction to woodworking class this fall, starting in November. That's going to be new for us. Brad DeGoosh, our construction teacher, is going to be doing that course in November and the first week of December. And we're also adding an introduction to heavy equipment class with Dylan Kidder, our heavy equipment instructor. Just sort of hey, do you want to learn how to drive a tractor, or you're thinking about renting an excavator? Come and spend a weekend and learn a little bit about how to run and maintain that equipment, just to get a little bit more comfort level.
Interesting stuff. And these classes limited in size, Tracy?
We try to shoot for about 8 students.
Okay. So sooner you sign up, the better.
Exactly.
All right.
And you can go to the Riverbend website and see descriptions of all of those courses and get the link to register.
All right. The next thing we wanted to promote this morning was, what was it? Was it Rev? What did you call it?
I don't remember, Steve. I don't remember.
That's all right. Well, let's move. I don't either. All right. Honesty is the best policy. All right. We may come back to that. All right. Your LNA program has been a huge success there, and it continues to be.
Oh, yes, very much so. So we have a great relationship with Cottage Hospital, and for the last, I think, 3 years, they've been taking our students up there to train them in to be licensed nursing assistants in their LNA program, and they have hired many of those students back on to work at Cottage Hospital. So it's been a great relationship. So our most recent group started classes this week. They need to get in, I believe it's 16 hours of class time before they can start their clinicals, and so that's sort of what they're working on right now, is getting those class time hours in.
For the because LNA, the program there at Riverbend fills up in a hurry, as did most of the classes, as I remember, for this school year. Pretty full,
Absolutely.
I think. So what's the enrollment there now, approximately?
My best guess, I think we said around 180 students, maybe. It might be more than that. It depends, you know, and that's not necessarily full-time students.
Sure.
You know, we have a half-time program, so, but that's my best guess. We've got for the most part, all of our regular programs are, for all intents and purposes, full, with the exception of our cybersecurity program.
Yeah, we bring that up because I know you go into recruiting first of the year, will be here before you know it. So anybody that's interested in these classes, they should contact Riverbend sooner than later.
Yep, so Ms. Chobanian will be going out to visit schools within, I believe she's going out in, my best guess, the month of November, December, to visit schools, and then we'll start setting up for schools to come visit us in early February.
Sure. Great program. Riverbend Career Technical Center in Bradford. We're chatting with the assistant director and also in charge of adult education, Tracy Puffer. The salon is opening up for appointments, Tracy.
It is. It's opening up next week. I can't wait. I am in desperate need of a haircut.
Okay. So how do they do that? What's the best way?
So best bet is to call here to Riverbend, and Ms. Tomlinson, our executive assistant, will connect you with Miss Kennedy, and they can set up an appointment. I know at some point they're going to have an online appointment scheduler, but I'm not sure if that's up and ready on our website yet.
Sure. Okay. Just call Riverbend 222-5212, and they'll get you going in the right direction, or go to the website for additional info as well. And a reminder, in a couple of weeks, we'll be chatting with Lorraine Kennedy. She is the cosmetology instructor at Riverbend as we look ahead here. All right, as we said at the onset, and just barely reminding our listeners, we do chat with Riverbend every couple of weeks. We've been talking with Tracy Puffer. Your final comments as we promote the center might include what today?
Looking forward to a really good year. We've had a blast so far, and I'm looking forward to getting some people registered into some of our adult education courses. And again, to find out more about those, you can go to the Riverbend website and get more information.
Sure. Now, if anybody's interested in touring the center, Tracy, what's the best way for them to make contact? Call you or stop in? What's the best way?
Best thing for them to do is contact Catherine Chobanian, and she's the one who sets up all of our visitation.
All right, great. All right. Well, thanks for your time. We know you have a busy schedule. Remind our listeners again, we'll be talking with Tracy Puffer, the Assistant Director and also in charge of Adult Education at Riverbend Career and Technical Center. Thank you.
Thank you.
22 minutes after 7. Update a look at the weather heading into the weekend. Compliments of your friends at Woodsville Power Equipment, Bobcat of Woodsville. BCS two-wheel tractors are now available locally at Woodsville Power Equipment Tool and Rental. Designed and built in Italy since 1943, BCS has a proven track record of reliability with millions of daily operators. BCS is ready for you. Built to the same commercial standards as four-wheel farm tractors, BCS tackles the jobs that don't suit their larger cousins, mowing on slopes, maneuvering in small areas, intensive cultivation, sweeping walkways, and much more. BCS two-wheel tractors now available at Woodsville Power Equipment Tool and Rental.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the cool spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
Where the temperatures jumped up a degree at 33 here at our Route 302 broadcast studios. Updated weather brought to you by Woodsville Power Equipment. You'll be amazed at what they have to offer you at 4942 Dartmouth College Highway in Woodsville. Stop in or give them a call, 603-747-2322. Glad to have Bob Yaroshevich with us again from Wild Prizes. He's our regular every couple of weeks and has been for many years. How's Bob today?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. All right. Before we went live here, we were kind of talking about your bees at your place.
Yeah.
You had a good year this year, was it?
It wasn't as good this year as last year.
Okay.
I think that had to do with the weather, obviously.
Okay. So what do your bees forage on, if that's a word for bees?
Up
at your place.
Pretty much anything with flowers, but there are things that don't have pollen. So just because of the flower doesn't mean it has pollen. But we've purposely been planting stuff, so we've got pollinator habitat.
Okay.
But like this time of year, or just prior, we're kind of getting out of it now, is the goldenrod. And the goldenrod honey makes some of the best honey.
It's been a lot of goldenrod this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit darker than your normal honey, but it is just amazingly sweet. It's a really good flavor. So we this year decided not to mow a couple of our fields and let the goldenrod just come up completely. So that kind of helped, I think, with the bees this year. And they're still out there gathering stuff now. We've got some goldenrod that just coming into bloom now.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. Just thought we'd touch on that for a moment. All right. So that brings us to a lot of acorns out there, which gives us a segue to the hunting season and what you can do for people after the hunting season, maybe with their gun stocks.
Yeah, we can hydro dip, do paint, kind of make your gun. I wouldn't want to do it now. We're too close to hunting season, and this stuff takes a little bit of time to off gas. But once you're done with the year, bring us your gun, and we can do a bunch of wild stuff to it.
So typically, is this a black synthetic stock that you're working from?
No, we've done both black and synthetic stocks. We've done wood. We've done aluminum stocks.
Great. Just to let our listeners know that there's some versatility there. Then.
Yeah, I mean, we did a shotgun a few years ago now for a competition shooter. The whole chassis of the shotgun was aluminum. So we did that in a kind of a color scheme that he was looking for, not dipped. That one was all paint, but it was multiple colors on different pieces, and that was actually a pretty cool project.
Are you dipping most of the time?
I'd say a majority of the time the guns get dipped.
What's the benefit of dipping?
Just the fact that we could get a much different pattern on it.
I figured. Okay.
So it's all about the pattern. So if you want something different, either a camouflage, or if you just want something completely unique, Gabe's shotgun, which turkey hunters all want camo and stuff, and Gabe's shotgun's bright gold with yellow and American dip on it and patriotic dips and stuff on it. And
that's online, isn't it?
It is. It's online.
That's what I thought.
But he shoots his turkeys every season, plenty with it. So
the stuff lasts pretty good then.
Oh yeah, it does. We originally used Cerakote for a paint. I don't think they're a very reputable company. We had some issues with their product, so we switched to a company called Duracoat.
Okay.
Far superior to Cerakote.
Good.
We have a lot of our guns are all done on Duracoat, and we use our guns a lot, as you and I have talked about plenty of times. Right. So we use that as a base, and they have their paint specifically set up to accept the hydrographics, so it bonds better.
Yeah. So Bob and Gabe will work with you on that, but hunting season's over by Christmas, so after that, people want to really stock, and they can also do a gift certificate through you and get things rolling that way.
They could do a gift certificate through us, hunting plaques, So if you were lucky and you got something this year, you want to do some kind of plaque to remember it.
So in comparison to if you were to go out and buy something commercially, going back to our original conversation there, you can pretty much pick out the pattern that you want if we work with you. That's the big difference.
Exactly. The big difference is that we make it what you want.
Right.
Like I said, we've got ones that have the "Don't Tread on Me" flag on them. We have ones that have American flags on them. We have ones that are just camouflage. I've got this really cool pattern that's dragon scale, but dragon scale camouflage. So you can see the dragon scales, but it's in camouflage colors. It looks awesome.
Yeah, so you can go to the
local. You can't buy that anywhere else.
Go to the local, gun store and be a holiday gift maybe, and then have Bob and the gang at Wild Vermont Customs really dress it up for you. All right, what else can you do? Because the holidays are coming on strong, Bob.
It is, in
a hurry.
It's hard to believe, but we're rolling toward the end of 2025, and the holidays coming.
Yeah.
Certainly, if you've got some ideas of something that you want custom done for somebody, the sooner that you get into us, the better.
Okay.
We are busy, and we're starting, Friday. For Wise Enterprises, we're starting work on the first building for our distillery project over in Ferrisburg. So that's going to be a bakery and the grain cleaning and grain milling processing. So frost walls were poured yesterday, and we're going to be getting stuff into that building and getting that building erected. So
for our listeners, what should they be talking to you about now, not waiting till the last minute?
Anything that you're looking for the holidays, for sure. Come and see us now so we can get you in the schedule. If you're looking for a winter project, something your motorcycle or car, tires, rims you want to do, certainly come see us. Let's get you into the schedule, get the schedule figured out, and get you set up so that once you pull it off the road, it's ready and you've got a spot.
Yeah, and take that in consideration. Like if you have a vehicle that's got some nasty rims that actually came from the factory, but they're getting raunchy, you can bring it back to life.
Yeah, for
the most part.
Yeah, rims, bumpers. We have a set of bumpers in right now, going through the shop that were just nasty, really heavily pitted, and they were only 3-year-old bumpers. Bought brand new, 3 years old, powder all flaked off. They very heavily pitted. So we got them going through, and we're going to try to make them look like new, and ours will be far more durable than what comes from the factory.
Yeah. All right, a lot of the stuff we talked about, you've got pictures on your Facebook page, I assume.
Yep, that's the best place. Go check out Facebook. I certainly don't post as many pictures as I would like to, but I just get busy and hand off stuff before I actually get the pictures taken.
And contact you that way.
Contact me through Facebook. That's the best way to make first contact. Then once we get something going, I know what you're looking for, we can talk on the phone. You can come up to the shop, look through different catalogs or whatever.
Okay. So check him out. It's time to get ready for the holidays as we speak. Chatting with Bob Yaroshevich, the owner of Wild Vermont Customs, Wise Enterprises. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, and you can tell by some of those noises he's a popular guy. He's being contacted as we speak. Have a good weekend.
You too.
It is 7:31, and good morning. I'm Stephen John. It is time to check out those birthdays and anniversaries, a regular feature every single day of the year at about the same time, brought to you by the Swenson Insurance Agency in Bradford. It is a Friday. Today is the 3rd day of October. Happy birthday wishes today to Kenny Ricker, Jessica Blanchard, Jody Steigels, Lily Moulton, Harley Ann White, Christian Rutherford. We have a happy anniversary to Kevin and Chris Ann Galt. And it was back in 1976, 49 years ago today, that this radio station was put on the air. We are WYKR, WTWN, and we have a anniversary wish from all of our North Haverhill listeners that are wishing us a happy 49th happy anniversary today. We certainly appreciate all of our listeners. Richard Byrne and the gang down there, thank you very much. Again, on this Friday, October 3rd, happy birthday to Christian Rutherford, Harley Ann White, Lily Moulton, Jody Steigel, Jessica Blanchard, and Kenny Ricker. And happy anniversary to Kevin and Chris Ann Galt. And as I said, we're celebrating 49 years today, this radio station. Back in 1976 on this day, we got it on the radio. And thank you to all of our many listeners out there, and specifically this morning, a very happy 49th birthday from all of our North Haverhill listeners, including Richard Byrne and the gang. Certainly appreciate it. All right, and if you have a birthday or anniversary that you would like on the radio, be sure to get it to us a few days in advance, giving us time to get it on the radio for you.
Distracted driving can take many forms, such as changing music, eating, or talking on the phone. But the most dangerous by far is texting while driving. Although it may seem harmless in the moment, it takes your hands off the wheel, your eyes off the road, and your mind off driving. A dangerous and sometimes deadly combination. Be a responsible driver. Turn on an auto reply feature or app that notifies your friends and family that you're driving and cannot reply. Or better yet, turn off your phone entirely. Please, pledge to never drive distracted. It's not worth your life or anyone else's. Take it from me and MMG, protecting your piece of the world.
The Swenson Insurance Agency of Bradford is an independent agency that represents regional and national insurance companies to meet your insurance needs. The professional staff can provide you with the expertise you deserve to make the best insurance buying decisions. Service is their best policy at the Swenson Insurance Agency, Bradford. It has been an interesting summer. It has been an interesting fall when it comes to the weather. And I guess with a September update, Mark Breen, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Stephen. Good. How are you?
All right. What do you call September anyway?
What do I call September?
This past September that we just experienced, a little bit different, wasn't it?
Oh, well, it certainly was. And in fact, there are a few items to that. I mean, first of all, following one of our driest summers on record, more dry weather, so that was certainly part of it. And again, dry weather encouraging some greater swings in the temperatures from daytime to nighttime, which led to some earlier frost than we've seen in a few years. So it kind of challenged some of the gardeners out there, including myself. I managed to get the tomatoes covered up, and, well, I've had to do that again this week as well. So that's part of it. But, in terms of the dry weather, I was looking back at our records. We had 2.5 inches of rain for September. We normally get 3.5 inches, so yet another dry month. Not quite as extremely dry as the past summer, but it was certainly quite dry. The other thing, of course, it was warmer than average, but that's part of a trend that started back in the 1970s with warmer Septembers. It's one of those things where on our records we can see the temperature during September. It would go up and down for the first 3 quarters of our record, but all of a sudden you got to Septembers in the mid-70s, and a warming trend started, and not as warm, though, as the warmest September on record, which was back in 1961. In fact, it was, just to give you some sense, it was about 6 degrees on the average warmer than this past September, back over 60 years ago. So quite quite a very warm September back in 1961. And one of the reasons I wanted to just kind of mention that is because it was the beginning of a several-year drought. So I'm just hoping that this warm, dry September isn't the beginning of another one. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Certainly. All right, do you think the dry weather's had influence on our fall colors?
I do, and yet at the same time, it seemed to be, and I guess this is perhaps it has to do a little bit with tree species. I've been talking to foresters over the past few years that as the tree species change in various locations, most of the changes have not given us trees that add to the color. So in other words, some of the younger, we call them transition species, things like poplars and so forth, they don't really provide a lot of great fall color. So that's one of the things that's going on, is just the forest composition itself. But in addition, yes, the dry weather accelerated the change in the colors, and so did the frost. And there was a brief period, and it seemed to me, it was only just a couple of days, but maybe a little bit longer than that, where all of a sudden the colors were quite bright. And then the next thing, I turned around and I saw a lot of bare branches. I was like, wow, what happened? But at the same time, traveling southward, I noticed a lot of green leaves still running along the river valley. So there's a bit more contrast, I guess, in the color this year.
As we continue kind of talking about the drought, you're seeing it's going to continue. You don't see any significant relief in sight. Is that how I understand it?
The way that the pattern has locked in right now is that most of the storms, either coming across the country or out in the ocean from the tropics, they are both blocked from getting here. So we just are stuck in this dry pattern, and a lot of computer models, the longer range computer models, continue to suggest that's going to stay that way. However, I was just looking at some things going on out in the Pacific, which of course that's off to our west. Eventually it affects our weather, but it does look stormier out there. Also, the Atlantic tropics look like they're starting to become more active. Of course, they've talked about a couple of hurricanes that were out there during this week, staying well off the East Coast, but affecting the East Coast just in terms of a lot of heavy surf all the way north into Maine. But eventually, it looks like those two stormier areas may get together, and that would increase the possibility of some periods of stormy weather here. So we're, let's just say, the middle and end of this month. Now, it's not a guarantee, because long-range forecasting is, at best, almost a coin toss. But nevertheless, there are some signs, some hints, and folks with dry wells would like even a hint that we're going to see some rainfall. I'd say no rainfall at least until the middle of next week.
All right. Clear skies going to be available so we can see the full moon coming up and whatever?
Yeah, we've got great, looks like some clear skies to see the full harvest moon, which is on Monday.
Okay.
And now, of course, I usually think harvest moon. I think September. I think most of us do. And yet at the same time, the harvest moon is not, well, I guess there's two pieces to this. First, there is no official name for the moon. People can call it what they want.
Okay.
So like things like the Old Farmer's Almanac, they give it a name, and a lot of people use that. Well, that's fine, except there's nothing official about it. The names of moons actually go way back before there were names of months, because they didn't have names for the months. So they would name, and of course the moon and the month, that's essentially the same concept. So people would name it for the time of year. So it's not surprising that, for example, some of the Native Americans in the Great Lakes, for example, called this full moon the Red Leaves Falling Moon.
Okay.
So that's just another name for it. Sure. But anyway, so the convention with the harvest moon is the full moon closest to the fall equinox.
Got it.
Most of the time, that is going to be in September. But I was going back through, and it appears that once every 3 years, it actually happens in October. So about every 3 years, you'll have an October harvest moon instead.
Interesting, because it comes around pretty quick then, actually.
Yeah,
All right, Mark Breen is with us. He's the head meteorologist at the Fairbanks Museum. We do this each and every week, find out what's happening with the weather in a little bit more detail, conversation that a lot of people really enjoy. We've heard out there, so thanks for listening. Meanwhile, as we head into another pretty decent weekend, what's it look like, Mark?
Well, would you believe I've got sunshine in the forecast again? There's some high clouds out there this morning, but those should thin out, and the temperatures are going to respond to the sun. Upper 60s and low 70s this afternoon. Another generally clear night, 40s, but not as cold. It's going to be in the 40s instead of the 30s, maybe 40 degrees in the cool spots, and there'll be some fog around. That fog burns off. That'll be another sunny day as a result, warmer in the 70s for tomorrow. And by Sunday, again, some early morning fog in the valleys. That'll burn off to sunshine, and temperatures on Sunday, well, almost summer-like, in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees.
Wow. And it's and by the way, it is fall, not summer, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, and it's going to stay warm into the early part of next week. Like I said, we do have some rain middle of next week, and then the cold air returns.
It is fall, by the way. All right. Enjoy the weekend, all right, Mark?
Yes, you too.
Thank you for the update.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. All right, there's Mark Breen, and it's brought to you by Hatch Lane Farm, Wicked Good Dairy Delights, Profile Meats, right there on Route 10, North Haverhill. Come join the team in North Haverhill at Wicked Good Dairy Delights. They are currently taking applications for dependable seasonal help in the scoop room, serving great-tasting Hatchland ice cream to finish the season, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and retail through the holidays. Again, dependable seasonal help in the scoop room, serving great-tasting Hatchland ice cream to finish the season, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and retail through the holidays. For additional information, talk with Robin at Hatchland Farm's Wicked Good Dairy Delights in North Haverhill. Now is the perfect time to prioritize your health and well-being with the help of Cottage Hospital with a visit to your primary care physician and by staying on top of your health goals. At Cottage Hospital's Row Health Center, their dedicated professionals are here to support you, and they're accepting new patients. If you're looking for a trusted healthcare partner, now is the time to schedule your first appointment or your annual checkup. Cottage Hospital looks forward to working with you to make this your healthiest year yet. For additional information, visit their website at cottagehospital.org. Primary care is available locally at the RHC. At Row Health Clinic, they put their patients first. They offer flexible scheduling to include telehealth visits, same-day acute appointments, and some evening hours. Serving patients 18 years of age and older, the providers at Row Health Clinic are passionate about preventative medicine, holistic approaches, and patient-centered care. Row Health Clinic is now accepting new patients. For more information about starting primary care at RHC, visit their website at cottagehospital.org. Ted Cooper standing by, chatting with him momentarily at Wells River Chevrolet, part of the Auto Saver Group. But first, as long as we're here in Wells River at Tuttle's Family Diner, today's specials include the seafood salad roll with chips and pickle, Montshire Farm mushroom Swiss burger with French fries or tater tots. How about the spaghetti with meat sauce and garlic bread? They also have sloppy joes with French fries, and how about that haddock sandwich with chips and pickle? Their soup includes the creamy chicken rice, and they also have the seafood, which is haddock, scallops, strip clams, and whole belly clams. The other soup is creamy chicken rice. Stop in, check it out, order these specials or from the regular menu. Tuttle's Family Diner in downtown Wells River. Taking a look at the weather forecast and then our conversation with Ted Cooper. It's being brought to you by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. You can visit them online at barharbor.bank. Award-winning banking every day across northern New England. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust helps businesses succeed. We're proud to be recognized by Forbes and Newsweek as one of America's best banks multiple years running. We can help you get the financing you need quickly and improve your cash flow. With over 50 branches and 90 ATMs across northern New England, we make managing your business easier. Whether your business is growing, expanding, or evolving, we can make it happen together. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Good things happen when we work together. Member FDIC.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the cool spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
At 7:46, 33 degrees. Brought to you by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. You can visit them online at barharbor.bank. Award-winning banking every day across northern New England. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Ted Cooper, good morning, sir.
Welcome to October.
Yeah, indeed. The harvest moon on Monday, or whatever you want to call it, according to Mark a few minutes ago. So it's going to be a full moon Monday.
Yeah, there have been some pretty darn remarkable northern lights out there recently, too. I don't know if you had a chance to see them, but wow. And beautiful leaves, though they're coming down fast due to the drought. This is probably going to be peak weekend for a lot of us.
I would say so, right around here.
A lot of our visitors.
Yeah, I think you're spot on, yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is. So as you're driving by here, take a look across the street from the shore, and we've got the largest supply of heavy-duty pickups in stock in our history. We earn those based on past performance, and somehow we managed to get the allocation we've been looking for years.
Awesome.
So we've got commercial trucks, cube vans, utility service body. And, you need a plow truck for the coming winter. It's a good possibility we might see a little bit of snow. So who knows? Anyway, our stock HDs are all factory equipped with plow prep, and they include, which includes the provision for auxiliary batteries, outfit switches, roof lamps, awesome upgraded tires on both gas and diesel models, and I should note that all of our vehicles, of course, are backed by the Autosaver Group Big Deal Plus. Let's see, on this side of the street, check out Suburbans and Tahoes, including diesel versions for amazing capability and fuel economy. How about, three brand new Chevy Traverses. Great family fun vehicles, including two of the very hard-to-find Z71s. We were scratching hard to find Z71s, and we finally got a few. We had an exceptionally busy last few days of September after a fairly mild mid-month, mostly in pre-owned stuff that has been here for a while. We really moved a whole lot of stuff, and we need more pre-owned vehicles, so we are paying top dollar, and I mean it, top dollar for trades. But we will say that to get this month off to a roaring start, every pre-owned vehicle, car, truck, and SUV on the lot has seen a nice markdown just this week. They're all below market, and seriously, as you may know, less money means lower payments, easier to work in a trade that might have you a little upside down, resulting in a good payment scenario. So the point is, we're here to work with you, not against you, to get you to your goal. So it's all hands on deck here to put an awesome October on the books, too. And we will do absolutely everything we can to make that happen for us, and most importantly, for you. Changing the subject slightly, sort of a public service announcement courtesy of my wife Nancy from Above the Notch Humane Society. Wanted to point out that there are upcoming affordable preventative vet clinics coming up at Tractor Supply on October 25th from 3 to 5. These are vaccinations, testing, deworming, heartworm prevention, parvovirus shots. Incidentally, parvovirus is a potentially deadly virus that especially hits puppies whose immune systems are not fully developed. We have a puppy, as a lot of people may know, our little Scotty named Ollie. At any rate, it's a good thing. Tractor Supply, October 25th from 3 to 5. So I would urge everybody to take advantage of that.
Yeah, plenty of time to plan, 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, and soon enough, we will be seeing a little bit of snow on the mountaintops, no doubt. But in the meantime, if you could arrange with Mark to send us some rain, please.
Maybe mid next week. Maybe next week mid. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, things are cooking down here.
Good.
We've got a good supply of stuff in. As I say, we need some more pre-owned vehicles, too.
Okay.
But we're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 to 4. Service is open. Generally, they get here around 7:30 in the morning till 5. So, it's also getting time for winter tires. Hate to say it, but, it happens every year. So be sure to give the guys out back a call and get your car checked out for winter. And take advantage of all the benefits of the Big Deal Plus, because remember, that includes lifetime state inspections.
Right here in downtown Wells River Chevrolet, part of the Auto Saver Group. And Ted Cooper chats with us every couple of weeks. Ted's the senior sales and leasing professional, also GM Mark of Excellence Award winner. Ted, final comments today might include what?
Final comments are, enjoy this weather while we have it, because it is just lovely. This is our shortest season, but probably by far, many of our favorites. So
definitely
get out and enjoy it. Get out there with the leaf blower. I can assure you that I've been encouraging my wife to do just that.
We'll leave it at that, all right, Ted?
Yeah, probably better.
All right. Enjoy the weekend yourself, all right?
Thanks for having me.
All righty. See you next time. Couple of weeks away, all right? Ted Cooper does it from the showroom floor, and as he said, he'll see us in a couple. That means he'll be on the 17th as we head into the middle of the month in a hurry. 7:52, it's Friday morning. Steve and John and our friends right up until 9 o'clock. Today is the 3rd day of October 2025. Still coming up, we'll be checking the weather for you. Hit the top of the hour network news at 8 o'clock. Come out of that, chatting with Jamie Rodgers from Margaret Pratt Community in Bradford. We'll hang around Bradford, head across the street and talk with Valley Floors. Take a slight break and then be chatting with Dana Huntington, North Haverhill Agway, and then Bob Griffin and Shyanne Albee will be in from Haverhill Cooperative Middle School and give us an update as to what's happening there. So there you have it. Pretty busy hour coming up. We take it at 9 o'clock with all kinds of guests that are still lined up here at your country. We'll take a break for a minute or so, and then on the other side of it, we'll be checking out the forecast. 7:54. Have a reminder right before we check out the weather in Bath, right there on the Common at the Bath Church. Coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, October 4th and 5th, sweets and treats, baked goods, sale, friendly faces, and more. Make a good stop on your foliage travels right next to the historic covered bridge at the church on the Green in Bath this weekend. And now the weather. It's compliments of your friends at Ricker Funeral Home and Cremation Care in Woodsville, which is locally owned, family operated. The staff members there are caring and experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. For additional information, call 603-747-2717 or visit the website rickerfh.com. When you plan ahead, you know that your wishes will be fulfilled, as well as easing that burden for your loved ones. Ricker Funeral Home and Cremation Care of Woodsville has information on their website at rickerfh.com to help you create a unique memorial service that fits your budget, your needs, and your values. Ricker Funeral Home understands the importance of personal requests and family traditions. Their professional staff will assist you with all of the details to create a meaningful funeral or memorial service for your loved one. For additional information, call 603-747-2717.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the cool spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
And as Mark said, full Harvest Moon Monday, maybe some rain midweek. At 7:56, you're now up to date on the weather, and we sit at 35 degrees under partly cloudy skies from our vantage point. Ricker Funeral Home and Cremation Care in Woodsville, locally owned, family operated, has just brought you the weather. And understanding the benefits of pre-planning has prompted many to take the step to plan their own arrangements with Ricker Funeral Home, either in person or online at rickerfh.com. For additional information, you could call them at 603-747-2717. A couple of reminders, calling all ghouls and goblins, Pleasant Valley Campgrounds Trick or Treat event is coming up Saturday, October 4th. That'll be at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. This free event is open to all kids. Just bring a flashlight to help explore and more. That's coming up this weekend. So don't miss it and have some fun at Pleasant Valley Campground.
Hi. 2 seasons ago, the Celtics won the world title. Last season, no Jason Tatum, no title. Recently, head coach Joe Mazzulla talked expectations and this season's players.
I think if I ever get to the point where I start basing my motivation on the expectation of others and people that I've never met before, I'll retire and quit. To me, it's like you wake up every day and you have a standard and expectation for your family, for your household, and then when you come in for the building, and regardless of who's on the team, that'll never change. It doesn't guarantee you anything.
At a recent practice, Mazzola addressed the issue of self-expectations, his expectations, and those of his players.
You got to be able to push yourself. You got to be able to hold yourself to a standard, and that's not only at home. That's when you come to work every day. So that's really the focus. I think is not allowing others to put expectations onto you. But if you don't have high expectations for yourself, you're not going to get to where you want to get to.
Celtics head coach Joe Mazzola. Pick a topic. Mazzola will have an explanation.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Sean Diddy Combs is about to be sentenced on his prostitution-related conviction. While he sent a letter to the judge asking for mercy and vowing never to commit a crime again, his accusers believe otherwise. CBS New York's Allie Bauman.
Former girlfriend and star witness Cassie Ventura submitted a letter this week expressing her worries that Sean Combs or his associates will come after me and my family for testifying at trial. Combs' former stylist, who also testified against him, spoke with CBS.
I hope that the sentence is enough for the victims to get some peace.
The prosecution is asking for at least 11 years for Combs, the defense 14 months. He is expected to address the court. Day 3 of the government shutdown, and the Senate votes today on competing spending bills. Majority Leader John Thune.
If we can just find a few more Democrats to join us, we can end this shutdown.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
We are willing, we are able to sit down with any place.
Neither bill is expected to pass. President Trump is promising layoffs as soon as today that run programs opposed by his administration.
We could cut projects that they wanted, favorite projects, and they'd be permanently cut.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is threatening to cut state funding to universities that sign a political pact with the administration.
The White House asked 9 schools to freeze their tuition rates for 5 years, not consider sex or gender in their admissions process, cap their enrollment of international students, and require applicants take the SAT. Amalia Smirniotopoulos is with the Legal Defense Fund.
The Trump administration wants to look at a very narrow definition of merit and to pressure schools to conform to those measures to the exclusion of Black students and other students of color.
It's not clear if the administration will ask other universities to sign the compact. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
USC is among the 9. Crews just outside of Los Angeles are battling the flames of a massive fire at a Chevron oil refinery. This woman in El Segundo.
My coworker, he's like, look outside, it's like all orange. And then we just see this big explosion, and then we see all the fire just rising up. And it was just a crazy sight to see, honestly. It was bad.
The word on the cause, Chevron says all personnel have been accounted for. Raised outside Boston as a Red Sox fan, rookie pitcher Cam Schlittler helped the Yankees eliminate Boston from the playoffs on ESPN last night.
A dirty dozen for Schlittler as Gonzalez is gone.
Yanks now face the Blue Jays in the AL Division Series. Tigers play the Mariners in the NL. The Dodgers play the Phillies. Cubs face the Brewers. This is CBS News.
It is 4 minutes after 8. Good morning to you. It's 35, sunshine under partly cloudy skies from our vantage point here, but nice weekends in store. Let's take a look at it. The latest weather update, which is brought to you this time around by Alarmco, which is a security and protection company based in Bradford. And they do specialize in home and business security, fire systems, video surveillance, safes, audiovisual equipment, networking, and phone systems. In addition to installation services, Alarmco also provides monitoring and repair services for a wide variety of systems. Alarmco in Bradford. Protect the things that matter with the help of Alarmco, a security and protection company based in Bradford. Alarmco specializes in home and business security, fire systems, video surveillance, safes, audiovisual equipment, networking, and phone systems. In addition to installation services, Alarmco also provide monitoring and repair services for a wide variety of systems. With the help of Alarmco, you will be able to view your property from the palm of your hand. For a free, no-obligation quote and see what Alarmco can do for you, visit their website at alarmcovt.com.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the coolest spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
And there you go. There's an updated look at the weather. Heading at 6 minutes after 8. Sunshine is with us and looks like it's going to continue right through the weekend. You are now informed about the weekend weather. It's brought to you by Alarmco. You can stay notified of what's going on in your home or business, even when you're away. Connect your security, lights, locks, thermostats, video, and more for seamless automation and control. Contact them today for a free, no-obligation quote and see what they can do for you. Alarmco, locally owned, locally operated in Bradford.
Patriots practice today, then it's off to undefeated Buffalo. Sunday, 8:20 kickoff. Bills undefeated. No surprise to Patriots assistant coach Josh McDaniels.
You can just tell the continuity, the consistency, the communication. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They really force you to execute over and over and over again to drive the ball and score. Really tough in situational football. Certainly it'll be a big challenge on the road with the noise too.
The Bills are an elite offensive team. No kidding. They've scored at least 30 points each game this season. Again, Josh McDaniels.
It's a good unit in every way. Challenge you with what they do schematically. Good players at all three levels, and I think the most impressive thing is how connected they are. Their program has been up and running for a while now. You can just tell they don't make a lot of mistakes.
Patriots assistant coach Josh McDaniels. Patriots at Buffalo Sunday night. Follow me at Tom Cuddy Sports.
All right, 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, we're going to head to Bradford to Valley Floors. Say good morning to Ryan Hollister. Ryan, it's been a while since we've chatted, man.
Hey, how are you doing? Good day.
Yeah, same to you. How's it going for you?
Oh, it's been pretty good. Been trying to just enjoy the last lick of summer, and then the extra last lick of summer, and then this weekend too.
Yeah, it's going to
be
last
lick of summer.
We'll take it. It's decent out there. So have you been out, practicing or playing in any bands or anything, Ryan?
Yeah, James Graham and Company actually just released a new album. So if you guys are on Spotify, you can check out James Graham and Company. And the new album there, it came out. So we've been gigging a little bit, recorded that earlier in the year. And, it's been fun. Just some local spots like Hungry Bear and Cross Molina and just doing the nice outdoor festivals in the town of Bradford and in Lyme. And it's been really great.
Yeah, good for you. Hey, how do you find out what the carpet and vinyl or hardwood style is for your shoppers when they stop by, Ryan? What's your deal?
Oh, okay. I always start with really, really simple. I like to give a little lay of the land of the construction of the material. I feel like if the person can get on the same page, we're calling things the same thing, and we understand how they function and perform, then you can kind of start to problem solve in your own mind with me. So it's like, do you need a Berber for a staircase? Do you need a tight loop? Do you need a nice cozier thing for a master bedroom? What's the function of the space? And then from there, I do start asking, some questions. Oftentimes, what people are wearing will really determine their favorite color. I can't tell you how many times someone comes in 3 layers of blue on, in a coat and stuff, and then they end up with a blue carpet, and I didn't push it.
Okay, there you go.
But so, you just sort of pick up on subtle things, or you show them a particular color and see how they react. And then I feel like I have a tree branch diagram in my mind of if you react like this to this, if you have a visceral reaction, then you probably are more oriented to, this cleaner, slicker look, or if this slick look reminds you of, some crazy hotel that you were at, you're like, you want this cozy, rustic Vermont, farmhouse look. So I can kind of weave back and forth. It's always fun to get in people's minds and help the creative process.
It's got to be. It's an interesting dynamic. Of course, we're chatting with Ryan Hollister, but the owner of Valley Floors, Ryan Chase, he seems to really like carpet. Do you gravitate towards anything at all, Ryan?
As far as a
personal,
as a personal, what I like getting people. I like doing hardwood. I like helping people select hardwood. I like kind of facilitating that process. I mean, every material, once you problem solve and you're like, oh, this is the realm that we're in, it becomes a lot easier because I have a good time with color.
Sure.
But I feel like hardwood is a great product, but the carpet is just problem solving. I mean, there's so many times where you want to get up off the ground and you want to freshen up the entire space. Maybe that carpet's been in there for 20, 30 years. You just bought the house. That's probably the first thing that you want to do. And maybe it's a little ambitious to tear everything out all over the place and put all this new material as far as like hardwood goes or tile or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to rip up a carpet in like 1 or 2 days and have the entire space completely fresh and new is a great way to problem solve that and really give a cozy feel, where there was maybe older materials.
Yeah. And for the most part, as I understand it, if you do wall-to-wall carpet, you can get in and out pretty quick with that stuff.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and our turnaround time has been we got a couple more carpet installers, and it's been definitely flowing. So if you just have that one staircase and you're like, I'm ready to put the runner on for the dogs, or I've got an entire second floor, to carpet. Think about the logistics of the furniture. Come by and let's ask some questions and let's get Tony out there to measure, because we're probably about like maybe 3 to 4 weeks turnaround time once we have the estimate complete for carpet right now, and then also vinyl. A lot of smaller projects, one kitchen, a bathroom. We're redoing a bathroom, and we want some vinyl plank in there. Like that is also one of the projects that takes like just 1 to 2 days, depending on the scope of it. So it's a little bit quicker turnaround time. And I think if we get Tony out there to measure in a week, we probably have like about that week and change to kind of select the product. And that part, all the sales staff here can definitely facilitate that.
Awesome.
And then we're ready to go.
Sure.
The holidays are coming, and it's not too late.
No, it's not too late. Ryan Hollister here at Valley Floors in Bradford says it's not too late, but you gotta act quickly for sure. Ryan, your parting words this morning might include what? Busy day for you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, we always it's a Friday, right? And the weekend I saw the weather, so I'm super excited for that. I think it's been a great summer. I think it's been super busy. It feels like it's flown by, but let's take the today and the weekend and just be grateful that we live in such a beautiful place up here. This is really like reminds me of why I moved here from New York a few years ago. And yeah, there's just such a beautiful landscape here, and we really get to enjoy it. So hang out with your neighbors and go to that little fall festival thing at the local farm, and let's have some fun this weekend.
That's for sure. Ryan, I always enjoy a conversation with you. You enjoy the weekend as well, all right?
You too, Steve. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Thank you, Ryan.
You too.
Yep.
Bye.
Ryan Hollister, Valley Floors, Bradford, Vermont. Of course, we chat with Greg Hodge. Also talk with the owner, Ryan Chase. Valley Floors are regular each and every week at about the same time and have been for many, many years. There she is. How you doing, Jamie? We'll be chatting with Jamie Rodgers right after this important message from Kinney Drugs, and we'll find out what's happening at Margaret Pratt Community. 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. A chilly morning, Jamie.
Indeed it was.
Yeah.
Full frost at my house.
Okay, so you have a garden?
I did.
Good answer. I think a lot of people probably woke up to that this morning.
Yeah, I had one up on the hill yesterday, too, so a little bit harder this morning.
All right.
Yeah.
Margaret Pratt Community. Jamie Rodgers has been there since the beginning.
Indeed, I have.
You outbuilt the place, didn't you?
I did watch it go up.
You put the last nail in the place almost.
Just about.
Yeah, so you were part of the process.
Yeah, I was in the job trailer when we were watching the building finish and get built, and it's been an amazing, 7 years at this point for me. We're about to hit 7 years for the building in December.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been there since the beginning. Your responsibility since the beginning two today are what, Jamie?
I'm the sales and marketing director,
Okay.
so I do all the fun outreach stuff like this and all the local little shows and stuff that we attend. But my main job is keeping the building filled and helping people get a tour through our building, finding out what we do, and helping them through the admissions process.
Awesome. All right, so we'll get into visitations and stuff like that in just a few minutes. But last time you were in here, we were talking about a new van that was arriving.
We have an amazing 14-passenger bus that we fundraised for, and we are so appreciative. We have gone on amazing field trips. Clark's Bears was just a fantastic outing for us. You know, the local parade, going to the Haverhill Fair. Went down to Replay Arts in White River this week. It's been a really great way for us to be able to get out and about with a larger group of people.
So your footprint, how far can you go with a bus? As far as you want to?
We can go as far as we want. You know, we also can use it for anybody who's in a wheelchair can now go with us on a field trip. And that really is a big game changer for some of the residents who need that for mobility issues.
Who's your bus driver?
All of us.
Really?
We've all gone through some training, the managers, and we've taken a few frontline staffers have gone through the training. It is a bigger vehicle. You don't need any specialty license, but just want to make sure only people who are comfortable driving it are driving it.
Yeah, bigger rig, more people on board, and like you said, wheelchair accessible. But recently you went down to Hanford, do some shopping?
You know, we go to Hannaford's, we'll go to Walmart. These guys just want to live a regular life like you or I. They've got a great apartment with a fridge and a microwave, so they want a few things in their apartment.
Okay.
We let them have them.
Right. You went to Windy Ridge recently, Windy Ridge Orchard?
Oh, that's right. We went last week. It was fantastic. The animals, the donuts. I urge everybody to get up there. It's a great afternoon place to hang out.
And we'll get to more of the logistics in regards to what you were just saying. They have their own apartments and stuff like that in Margaret Pratt community. Jamie Rodgers is part of the marketing crew there. She'll talk more of that in just a moment. All right, flu shots and the clinic that happened just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so because we do know that our population gets hit harder than all of the rest of us, our pharmacy is fantastic, and they really came through for us yet again this year. Came in, if you wanted to get vaccinated, staff or residents, they gave you either a COVID or flu or both.
And tomorrow, you've got some great weather for...
I know, our Harvest Festival. Yeah. It's going to be fantastic. Mother Nature is really blessing us this year with the weather. So we've got a bunch of great things lined up. We're apples from Windy Ridge so that we can make some fresh cider.
So how does that work for the family and friends, something like that?
Yeah. You know, we send out notices. All the residents get to have their family in. You know, if anybody wants to give me a call because they just want to know what Margaret Pratt's like, you're welcome to come join us tomorrow. We got lots of great stuff from the kitchen, as you can imagine. The boys from Haverhill will be playing.
Okay.
So it's going to be a fun day, and everybody really gets to spend some nice quality time doing something fun together.
So a beautiful campus at
absolutely
at Margaret Pratt Community right there in Bradford. If you're heading north on the interstate, better vantage point to be able to see it, because awesome views up there, nice campus where your residents can get outside.
Definitely the walking path, so you can, make it easy to get around outside.
All right, so we're talking about family and friends with the Harvest Fest tomorrow. So what are the do's and don'ts when people do want to visit and check out the Margaret Pratt community?
Yeah, so definitely give us a call so we know you're coming.
Okay.
For sure. Sign in at the door. Animals tomorrow are a no-go, but usually as long as your pet has their rabies and their distemper shot and you send me proof, we welcome the pets to come for visits. But we welcome it. Come on up anytime and really come see what we're about.
And your capacity at Margaret Pratt?
I can hold 49 residents. 17 of those are in our Memory Care Gardens program, and we really want to help, families stay together, so couples sometimes can bunk up.
Are you full?
Just about. Okay. We actually have a move-in on Sunday.
All right, and that would put you pretty much at full?
Yes, it will.
All right, so we're talking about 49's capacity. Yep. What's the difference in rooms then?
So, we've got the memory care rooms are very specialized to help that dementia and Alzheimer's population. Okay. That's a very specialized unit, and you really have to see it to understand what it's about. The other apartments are 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartments. Maybe you share an apartment with your spouse, or we have the 2-bedroom apartments you can share with a stranger if you need the Vermont long-term Medicaid program. Okay. And when I say 2-bedroom apartments, you've got your bedroom, I've got my bedroom, we share a living room, a kitchenette, a bathroom. All the apartments have their own kitchenettes and bathrooms, which is really important.
All right. There's got to be a pay scale. How does that work? Who pays, who doesn't pay?
There is. We take long-term care insurances. We work with the long-term care Medicaid program in the state. And some people are straight private pay from their savings or, the house, pensions, things like that.
Is there age variance?
We age from 63 to 98 right now.
Okay.
And, it's a wide range.
Right.
And it really helps because some of the younger people need a little bit more support, but they also can run our resident council, for example, and help keep things going.
For additional information, ease of use, do you have a website?
We do. MargaretPratt.org gives you all the information. We've got a fantastic Facebook page that also really shows what we really do.
Okay. So we just hit tip of the iceberg when we chat periodically.
I know.
But Jamie's been there since the beginning. She's got all kinds of answers and questions, depending what the situation might be for our listeners out there. Jamie Rodgers would be a contact maybe if people have some questions?
Absolutely. Find the phone number on the website and just give the building a call and ask for me.
All right. Any final comments?
Come have fun with us tomorrow.
All right. Do it. That's the Harvest Fest happening from what time?
2 to 4.
All right. At Margaret Pratt Community.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see you again in a few weeks?
Absolutely.
All right. Enjoy the day tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie Rodgers from Margaret Pratt Community right there in Bradford. We're going to take a break. We'll be checking out the forecast. Compliments of your friends in Bradford at PTO's Repair. There you have it. Updated look at the weather as we head into a pretty nice weekend. 23 minutes after 8. The weather forecast this time around brought to you by PTO's Repair, your local Fisher authorized dealer, talking Fisher plows, Fisher sanders. Paul's available at 802-222-4774, or you can stop in right there in Bradford. PTO's Repair is online at ptosrepair.com. That's pretty easy. And as we said, here in Vermont at 222-4774. So if you're thinking about plowing, or you do plow, but you need some additional assistance before the snow flies, call Paul at PTO's Repair in Bradford or stop in. We're approaching 24 minutes after 8, and we have a temperature of 35 degrees at our Route 302 broadcast studios. And we certainly appreciate you being with us this morning. Your country, WYKR, Stephen, John, and friends. We take you right up until 9 o'clock. All right, 25 minutes after 8, we take a few minutes to chat with our local community members. A couple of weeks ago, chatting with the principal at Woodsville High School, Hayden Kuhn. This time, Bob Griffin, who is the principal, Haverhill Cooperative Middle School.
Correct.
How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you having me.
Anytime. Yep. I'm glad that Mr. Nichols reached out to get you guys in here, because we'd like to have all the different schools come in and kind of give us an update as to what's going on.
That's great.
Yeah. So a little history in regards to Bob. You've been at the middle school.
So this is just starting my 4th year, but my 25th year in middle level education.
Okay.
And most of my career was spent over in Maine, and my family relocated here a few years ago. So starting my 4th year, and still love work every day.
Good to hear. Well, it's good to have you on board here from Maine. I have a sister-in-law that lives in the Berwicks.
As a matter of fact, I started my teaching career in North Berwick.
Okay, yeah. All right. I think I have a cousin that lives in North Berwick. So good to have you on board with us. So Haverhill Cooperative Middle School, that's our topic today. You've got some things you wanted to promote.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely.
Because as principal, I'm incredibly proud of what goes on in our school every day. We're a relatively small school. I'm from upstate New York, where my middle school had well over 1,000 students. So we only have about 220 students spread across grades 4 through 8. We're on a beautiful campus with great wooded and soccer fields and great play areas and stuff like that, and have a tremendous team of educators. We're short-staffed this year, like many schools are up in our areas. As a matter of fact, in addition to being the principal, I'm also the 7th grade social studies teacher this year. But enjoying that, and So just and if you have a couple minutes, I have a few things.
We'd love to hear it.
All
well,
right, so
this is what it's all about, Bob. Let's hear it.
Just an opportunity. And Assistant Principal Shyanne Albee was hoping to attend. She is actually, as we speak, with our 6th grade up in Pinkham Notch.
Really?
They spent the night last night up on the mountain and with the Appalachian Mountain Club doing all sorts of activities and stuff like that. So we have that going. And just a little bit about, even though we're a small school, something I'm incredibly proud of. Our students, more than half of them participate in sports. And a few years ago, it had just been soccer. Now I can say they can play golf. They can participate in cross-country running. Another thing I think our school does great, we have this amazing winter ski program where for 5 Fridays in January and February, we take the entire school to Cannon Mountain and go skiing.
And that's a program that's been there a long time,
It
because
has
when
been.
my son and daughter were in the middle school, this was like 25 plus years ago,
Yeah.
I used to be a chaperone and go.
Oh, it's great.
Kind of get a free ski lesson because I was a chaperone, but it was an exciting time.
Oh, and then for the students who choose not to go,
Okay.
and this has been new just in the last year, we also have tremendous local opportunities for them. They go on field trips. They go up to Evergreen to the fitness facility
Sure,
up there,
sure.
and can do all sorts of things. So a lot going on, and one thing I wanted to highlight because it's the best I've ever seen. Usually by the time you get to middle school, the PTA or the parent-teacher group sort of fizzles out. That tends to be a little bit more popular at the elementary level and stuff like that. But I can say, and we just had a meeting this week, we have a group unlike I have ever seen in my career.
Great.
Of moms, the occasional dad. We have grandparents who are part of this, and the work they do to support teaching and learning and primarily our students is again over 25 years is the best I've ever seen.
Sure. Yeah, I like the idea. You said you got golf, you got the cross country, because I believe I saw some students in the paper recently, a picture of some golfing students. I think that was at the high school level, maybe.
Yeah,
but
and our students are part of that now.
Okay, good. And it preps them all for the high school.
Yes.
And by having what you just mentioned at the middle school.
Yes, and I love the opportunity of offering some things that, people can play golf their whole life. People can run their whole life. People can ski their whole life.
Sure.
So even at a young age, getting them connected and exploring and trying new things. And one thing I really wanted to highlight, and I want to sort of put word out there that we're even looking for some help, and I'm proud of this. For the 3rd year, this upcoming April, we're going to take our 8th grade to Washington, D.C. And I had done it several times before coming here, and have brought it here, and we have had 2 incredible trips. For many of our students, they not only have they never been, we have several students who have never been out of Vermont and New Hampshire. So an opportunity for them to go. We see a Major League Baseball game. We go to the Kennedy Center and see a performance. We see all of the sites. If they're available, our representatives will come meet us. We're slated to lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. So just stuff, and then any student who might have a relative either maybe on the Vietnam Wall or buried at Arlington, we will make a point, to that they can do a rubbing of their relative's name, or they can go see where maybe a great grandfather and mother are buried and stuff like that. But one mountain I'll die on with this experience is that finances cannot be an obstacle. As you know, we have a lot of struggling families in our area. So we do a lot of fundraising. Folks like the folks at the Legion, for example, help us out just tremendously. They've already hosted one great karaoke event for us, and there's more events coming. But I'm looking for and if local businesses wanted to contribute anything, and this is to support students who their families can't afford to go.
Sure.
We give partial scholarships, and we'll recognize, on the back of T-shirts, business names and stuff like that. But something, and I'm new here, but something that is incredible about our communities. We over the last couple of years have had local business owners come in and hand us a check and say, we don't even want any recognition. We even had an elderly couple come in last spring that had heard me talk about it at a school board meeting, and they came in and made a donation and said, we don't even want to give our name, so it's just how our community, steps up and helps out our students. So that is some, if anyone was sort of interested in helping, with that, they can reach out to me at the school, but we're going to make sure. So far, we're up to 37.
I was going to ask you about signups going on, Bob.
So that is we're already at the majority of the class, and there's still times of signups, and every student who wants to go goes, and it's really interesting. I was at the high school in a meeting with Principal Kuhn a couple weeks ago, and had several students who are now in 9th and 10th grade come up to me, and that's what they talk about.
Really?
And that's something that come up. We go the week before April break, and the students write a great custom coach, a wonderful company out of St. Johnsbury gives us a ride,
really?
And
that's
it's just
an event. Boy,
it's
that's
powerful.
great. It is.
And
Bob's got some pretty incredible stories when it comes to the Washington D.C. trip, because I've heard them. So if people want even more detail and some pretty good stories, Bob can tell them.
Absolutely, and I'm happy coming even to a local business or an organization, and I'll talk about it. Can show pictures, even bring some students who have gone. So this I'm really excited. This is becoming something that I think even when I retire, hopefully many years from now, that this will be a sustainable thing.
But imagine that, a Washington D.C. trip, and it's pretty much 5 or 6 days, Bob.
Yeah, we leave very, very early on Tuesday morning, and return late Friday night. So right before spring break, and when the students get back, they head right into spring break.
So you mentioned you need some help at the middle school, Haverhill Cooperative Middle School. Any place in particular where you really need it, Bob?
Yeah, so we need substitute teachers.
Okay.
And the district has really worked hard. They've increased the pay. It's my understanding it is really equal or even better than most other districts. So that is one area. We need a math teacher. We need a special education teacher, and something else we're doing this year that's pretty awesome, and it's called enrichment. So students have an opportunity to have a chunk of time during the day to do enrichment activities. It could be cribbage, it could be activity, it could be games. We're doing a class on like outdoor survival, skills and things like that. So we could even have, if there were community members that had an interest, a hobby they wanted to share, they could reach out and we can find a way for them to do that. But I think there could be great opportunity for our students to learn from other folks in our community. So we need some teachers. They're always looking for bus drivers. And substitute teachers, and I certainly don't want to give up my social studies class, but we need a social studies teacher too.
So we talk about spring break in April. You go to Washington D.C. and you also mentioned some of the other things that are going on right now. Is there anything between now and April vacation that we wanted to promote, Bob?
There's we have a lot
of things,
and one thing I'll promote is, and it is almost single-handedly done by Will Wright, who's both the high school and the middle school band teacher. I've worked in schools that have 5 times as many students as ours does. I believe our band and chorus is better than any other school I've worked in. So it is great. We also will have, when we get after winter, we'll have an incredible drama program, that they put on a musical. We even have winter cheering now, as something students can do. We have a great after school program, and something maybe you and others might remember they used to do years ago is called the Dinner of Gratitude. Okay. Where students can invite their families to come in and have lunch. Sure. And before COVID, it was something they regularly did. We brought it back last year. Our entire gymnasium was full for 2 different servings. Really? I'm not an emotional guy, but this comment really caught me as a grandmother was leaving that event. As she said to me, she said, I can't tell you how amazing it was to just have lunch with my granddaughter and some of her friends.
Nice.
So we're trying to, focus on community engagement.
Keeps that engagement, the connection,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, some kids, a little hard luck out there. They're being fed okay. Breakfast and lunch is good at the Haverhill Cooperative Middle School?
We do. We're also looking, and we just had an amazing donation just this week.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we make an effort to provide healthy snacks for any student who needs it.
Mm-hmm.
So we rely on donations.
Sure.
Oftentimes for things, it could be things, granola bars and stuff like that. Right now we have apples because it's that time of year.
Yeah.
So we're looking to do that, but we're in a community that steps up, and it is just really, really neat to see. So when we've had needs, and we get the word out, folks step up and are always willing to lend a hand.
Well, maybe first of the year, if you'd like, you could go back in, give us an update as to what's going on at the Haverhill Cooperative Middle School. Another update in regards to your Washington, D.C. trip, because I know Hayden from Woodsville comes in periodically, and we get updates from BMU.
That's great.
we look forward to chatting with you again to find out what's happening at the Haverhill Cooperative Middle School.
And again, I can talk a long time about my school. I'm proud. We have a great school. So I appreciate the opportunity to come in.
Bob Griffin, he's the principal of Haverhill Cooperative Middle School. We'll chat again in just a few weeks. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. All right, we're going to take a break. It is 8:38. A couple of messages. We'll check out the weather, and then we'll chat with Dana Huntington at North Haverhill Agway.
I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
All right, Mark, thank you. Updated look at the weather. 8:41, brought to you by your friends at House Right Construction. They are easy to find. They're just down the street from the historic Newbury Common, and they are also online, so be sure to check it out, House Right Construction. All right, let's head to North Haverhill and find out what's happening at North Haverhill Agway with Dana Huntington. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning.
All right, Dana. Boy, this weather has been awesome, hasn't it?
It absolutely is beautiful fall.
Gosh, what does it mean for North Haverhill Agway? I know you got some mums.
Yeah, we get into the fall spirit here, and things like mums. Of course, we keep expanding our assortment of mums, trying to get to the point where we get enough where people are looking for them. We have small quart ones, which we used to call window box mums, but people can put 2 or 3 in a planter or something like that, or different decorations. And we also have the regular mums, which are plentiful at this point, and they're beautifully filled out, and so the colors are fabulous at this point. And then we have the giant mums, the extra large decorative mums. These are great to set on a porch step or set on the edge of a garden or whatever. And these are giant mums. So we have all sorts of colors and different types of sizes of mums if people are looking for those. Pumpkins, of course. We have the small, medium, and we also have the larger jumbo pumpkins, nice jack-o'-lantern pumpkins if people are looking at great shapes on them, great color. So if people are looking for decorations. And, of course, we also have the corn stalks. If people are looking still decorating, we do have a good selection of corn stalks. Basically, three corn stalks for $1, so it's a great opportunity to get some decorations up.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, Halloween is coming up in 4 weeks from today as we speak. Do you have potatoes?
We do have potatoes.
Really?
We had a customer of ours that bought a lot of potatoes. He was kind of experimenting and trying to figure out what he would be able to do as far as his family, and he bought an awful lot of them. And so it got to the point where we had discovered that some people with the dryness and different things like that didn't have a great ability to have a lot of potatoes. So he asked us if we'd sell some for him, and we are. And so we have Kennebec potatoes, 50-pound bags, are available, and we'll continue to get stocked up as we sell out what we've got, and it's been received very, very well. So 50-pound bags of Kennebec potatoes if people are interested.
Yeah, and that's something new at North Haverhill Agway this year. Good.
It is.
Yeah, why not? Get it out there, and good for you guys and good for your shoppers. And your plant clearance is always popular this time of the year, isn't it?
It is. People are still taking advantage of it. We still have a few, I say a few, there's still quite a few different types of fruit trees out there, a lot of apples, things like that, crab apples, all the shrubs, different types of shrubs available. Roses, we still have a few roses are left. The perennials, these are all up to 40% off. So basically, you buy one plant, it's 10%. 2 is 20% off. 3 plants, 30% off, and 4 plants or more, you get 40% off all of your plants. So it's a good opportunity to re-establish or refill in your flower beds or your gardens or your landscaping around the front of your house, whatever you're looking to do. Yeah. Now's a great choice or a great opportunity to get some good quality plants at a discount.
Yeah, if you do it right, it's a good time of the year to get that done. And you have reading material, I understand, at North Haverhill Agway.
Back full of Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah.
2026 version is available. Calendars. If people are looking for the calendars, we do have a number of different ones. They have a country calendar, they have a gardening calendar, weather calendar, the moon calendar, which is very, very interesting, and, of course, the everyday, the ones that you tear off. Those are all available from Farmer's Almanac, and, of course, as well as the Farmer's Almanac itself. And then this year, new, we have the Farmer's Almanac Garden Journal. So if people are trying to keep track of what they did in the garden or how their garden did, or a lot of times it's a great gift for people. So the All Farmer's Almanac Garden Journal we have also available this year.
At North Haverhill Agway. All right, so what do you have to do if you want spring flowers?
Well, that's always a question. People always come in the spring. Once the tulips and the daffodils and those guys start coming up, they want to come in and buy some. Well, unfortunately, they have to plant them this time of year. So it's a long out process, but the bulbs themselves need to go through the freeze in order to trigger the enzymes to actually get the bulb to start growing. So tulips, daffodils, narcissus, crocus, hyacinths, those are all available at this point in time. Now's a great time to put them in. Sooner is better than later. You want to get their root system established, so it takes a couple weeks for them to grow once you put them in the ground, once you water them. And so those are great. And if you plant them now, you'll get great spring colors. Garlic bulbs, of course, very, very popular. We have the hard neck as well as the soft neck available on the garlic bulbs. So those as well, you need the extra time to give those an opportunity. So basically you put them in the ground, treat them as if they're going to grow, and then you mulch them really, really well, and they survive the winter, and then they come up and, probably a month ago, August, September, you start harvesting your garlic from what you planted last year. So great opportunity to get some good quality garlic bulbs. And the extra time will make the garlic bulb itself even bigger. So that's the reason you need the extra time.
Yeah. Dana Huntington, North Haverhill Agway, we're chatting about the plant clearance and also talking about the fall bulbs for the spring flowering. That means you got to have good soil and you got to have decent lawn care, right?
Absolutely. The soils this is a great time. I know a lot of the big boxes, they're trying to get out of soils. They're trying, if they haven't already gotten out of them. We try to carry all of our quality soils, the top quality soils that we carry, in stock all year. This is a great time to put compost down, whether it be lobster compost from Coast to Maine products, or the cow manure from Moo, Foster Brothers over in Vermont. These are great things to top dress the garden. You can put them on, the nutrients leach down throughout the winter time. Or if you're just looking to fill in a garden bed, if it's sunk down. I know Julie and we have raised beds. Julie does a great job with her raised beds. But we notice every year it seems though the soil sign that kind of goes away a little bit. So we're going to be adding garden soil to our bed this fall, which allows it to work in and give all those good micronutrients and microorganisms and stuff a chance to work throughout the winter time and be ready for spring. So those are an item that people are doing consistently. We have an awful lot of people coming in buying compost and cow manures and things like that. Your lawn care, of course, the lawns have taken it hard this year. If you haven't ever limed, now is a great time to lime. The fall fertilizer, if you have a decent growth in your lawn, you can put some fall fertilizer down. Winterizer, as they call it. And then, of course, now is a great time to weed control, especially your ground ivies or your dandelions or things like that, because they are in the weakened stage. You can spray them, you can put granular on, whatever, and it'll help your lawn recover and come back much better next spring.
Yeah, and Dana's and the gang there at North Haverhill Agway have some great advice for the people that need it. Meanwhile, the rodent control and insects, how can you help us out, Dana?
Boy, rodents have really kind of come to the forefront. This is the time of year they're trying to find a nice warm place, and they unfortunately like to use houses and places that we don't want them. So we do have lots of rodenticides, bait bars are very, very popular these days. If people are looking to put them out and about, we have the containers that will hold them to keep them to be pet safe, so the pets won't get into the bait as well. Lots of traps, lots of different size traps, whether it be the mouse traps or different things like that. And then we also have the repellents. People are putting campers away, putting boats away, things like that. We do have the Mouse Magic, which is a great product you can put in there to try to help keep the mice out because they don't like the smell of the product. And then, of course, insects, inside and out. Of course, we have all the pests that are starting to, again, also try to come in and find a place to stay. The Asian lady beetle, which sometimes people think they're ladybugs, but these are the orange ones. Those aren't actually ladybugs. Those are Asian lady beetles. They just try to find a place to stay during the wintertime. The box elder bugs, cluster flies, of course, spiders are full out now, trying to start to see their webs and things like that. So we have all sorts of products that will help get rid of those guys and keep it a little bit better and try to help them. Stop helping them invading your house.
It's so amazing, all the things that are available locally at North Haverhill Agway. All right, heading into that time of the year, I know people do it year-round, wild bird feeding, but usually it's a wintertime project around here. So what do you got there in regard to that?
Yeah, we're fully stocked. We've got a great selection of wild bird seed, whether it's as simply as black oil. We have thistle seed. The goldfinches have been out and about. We also have a number of different mixes, blends. We have the economy mixes. We have the high-quality mixes with the fruits and the nuts and all that type of stuff. So we have an arrangement or a wide array of different types of wild bird seed. And, of course, all the things that go along with it, whether it be as simple as a bird bath. We have bird bath heaters we'll have in stock. Different types of bird feeders themselves. We have a great selection of those available most all the time. So if people are looking for wild bird or have questions, most all of us are well versed in the wild bird area. So stop in and see the selection of bird feeders we have.
All right, we had some frost, some more frost last couple of nights. It's heating season. What's the deal?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's starting to be wood pellet season.
Yeah.
People are coming in, stocking up if they haven't already stocked up. We do have three options this year. We have the Fusion, which is a blended of softwood and hardwood. We have Orford, which is 100% hardwood. It's mostly oak, maple, and birch. And then we also have the Cubex, which is a blended of 7 different types of hardwood. And again, the last two are 100% hardwood. They put out great heat, and you get very, very little ash compared to some of the other ones. So, wood pellets are available by the bag or by the ton.
And is there some kind of delivery available?
We can deliver if we don't want to do it. If people are looking for either large quantities or our system is set up so we can put it on a hard surface like a concrete or asphalt, we do it with ourselves. But if we have to put it on the lawn or stack it next to the garage or something like that, people need to get to us sooner than later because we do hire that out with a person that has a Moffett on the back of their truck, and they can set it right where you want it. If you're looking for deliveries like that, just get to us very soon, and we'll be able to get them out to you.
Certainly. All right, and remind our listeners again, you've got Kennebec potatoes in a 50-pound bag, and that'll be for a limited time.
Correct. While supplies last, which he said he has quite a few, so it's not going to be this week, but I'm going to guess by the end of the month we'll have sold out.
So get into North Haverhill Agway and get your Kennebec potatoes. All right, Dana, thanks for your time today. Certainly appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Steve. Have a great week.
You too, Mike.
All right, bye-bye.
Dana Huntington at North Haverhill Agway. Lots of great information this morning at 8:53. We're sitting at 39 degrees, heading for the low 70s today. We'll take a break and take another look at that weekend weather forecast right after this important message.
Honey, I just put the last bag of pellets into the hopper. You need to get some more down at Dad's 4x Tool and Supply. Those pellets are the best pellets. They burn well and have very little ash. That pellet stove has saved us a bundle on heating costs.
If you own a pellet stove, you've got to have wood pellets. You can't burn Twinkies. Our wood pellets are premium hardwood blend for more heat and less ash. Dad's 4x Tool and Supply in St. John Spray and Wells River sells wood pellets by the bag or by the ton.
From the Fairbanks Museum in St. Johnsbury, the forecast, sunshine will be mixed with just a few high clouds, not as cool, in the upper 60s and low 70s, a light southwest breeze this afternoon. Mostly clear this evening, then a few clouds late, lows in the 40s, near 40 in the cool spots, and some patches of fog. Tomorrow, any fog burning off to sunshine once again, warmer, highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Mark Breen for WYKR.
And compliments of your friends at Dad's 4x Tool and Supply. Have two locations to take care of your needs. They're right here in downtown Wells River and in St. Johnsbury on Route 5. Dad's 4x Tool and Supply. You'd be amazed at what they have to offer you. Want to remind you a few things happening this weekend. Paddle the Border Fall is Sunday, October 5th. It's the 22nd year they put in at the Newbury Crossing and head down the river to Bugby Landing, which is right next to the golf course there behind the Bradford Academy, sorry about that. All the academies here in the area. And let's see, it started a week ago. Vermont's Northeast Kingdom Annual Fall Foliage Festival started on Saturday, September 27th. It'll continue today, Friday, October 3rd in Barnet, and Sunday, October 4th. A lot of activities happening right there in Groton. We appreciate you being with us this morning. We have a busy Friday morning. It was started back shortly after 6 o'clock this morning. Stephen, John, and friends right up until 9 o'clock this morning. And it looks like there's a busy schedule that we've put together for you for next Friday as well. So we hope that you can join us right here at your country, WYKR. A lot of things that are happening here in the listening area. Be sure to stay up to date, to check out the local papers, and listen to the community events brought to you locally on this radio station by your friends at Wells River Savings, your good neighbor bank. We're just a few minutes away from top of the hour network news. We'll be taking a break for that at 9 o'clock. Meanwhile, we hope that you enjoy the weekend.